Why aren't you listening to me? Doesn't anybody ever listen to me? Listen to me? Listen to me? Listen to me? Blame yourselves for this fucking word salad that I just spit all over the goddamn plate. This is all your fault. You and I like to. That's it. I work under the cover of darkness because I don't need the rest of society to look in my eyes and know that is a bad person. Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy Podcast. You know what, folks? We just jumped off the bridge of podcasting right into the cool waters below, and we hope we don't drown because I've got zero for you this week. I have nothing to talk about. I've done nothing. I have gone nowhere. I have hibernated in my house, and I have not had any weird confrontations or talked to anybody or done anything. All I did was, you know what? I've been on hold with B of A for a week. That's what I've done. Literally, I've been on hold with B of A for a week and actually had to go into the bank to straighten some stuff out. And I know all you Occupy Wall Streeters out there are like, dude, take your money out of B of A, man, and put it in a shoe. Well, fine. I get that. Unfortunately, when I'm on the road, my debit card will not work from a shoe. I wish it would. I wish there was a way I could go ahead and make it work where I'm like, hey, if I'm in Minneapolis somewhere at the hotel, and I'm like, hey, can I put the incidentals on a loafer back in Los Angeles? Is that possible? Because I would love to do it. Believe me, that's my plan. Unfortunately, they scoff at that. They scoff. I have to bring that shoe full of cash with me everywhere I go, and don't check that. You don't want to check that at the fucking airport. They pull out the shoe full of cash. Where's this going, friend? They think I'm hustling drugs, and immediately I got a finger up my ass, which is not good, not pleasant in the airport. Anywhere else, let's talk about it. But I mean, in the airport, certainly. Keep your digit to yourself. I don't need you going spelunking in my colon looking for any certain contraband. So yeah, I understand where you're coming from because I've looked into it. It's like with all this nonsense, I'm like, well, should I take it out of B of A? Because that debit card bullshit, believe me, that almost put me over the edge. I was like, all right, that's it. Because I have like, I'm like, I'm gonna tell them where all my bank stuff is. I've got like 5 different bank accounts. But it's at all the big banks. It's like at B of A and Citibank and that other bank. I have to have national banks because I do a lot of national traveling, folks. I'm an international superstar. I don't know if you're aware of that. You know, I go all over the place. I go all over town. I'm like April Wine. I'm all over town. I don't care. He don't care. I don't care. Goddamn, April Wine. That's right, Canadian band. Canada's put out some great music. You know what? Some guy sent me, get this. A guy sent me Danko Jones. All right, I've never heard of Danko Jones. I don't know anything about Danko Jones. I know nothing about. All I know is if I had heard that name, I would have made fun of it. All right. So a listener from Toronto, was it? It might have been Michelle. He might not be from Toronto. I don't know who it was. It was a guy from Canada. And now they're going to be pissed at me because I don't remember them. But truth be told, folks, I'm not kidding you. I am more popular in Canada than anywhere else in the world. I mean, and yes, that includes Singapore. I got some guy from Singapore who listens. At least one. I had 2 actually. I've had 2 people write me from Singapore. I'm friends with a guy on Facebook who owns a bar in Asia. And he always posts these pictures of scantily clad women. This was the party at the Brass Monkey this weekend. I'm like, all right. I wish I was out there. But I mean, it's so weird, such an odd. It just seems, again, we're all, the world is shrinking, folks. We know that. We're all brought together by Facebook and Twitter and things like that. So when I see pictures from the Brass Monkey Bar in Asia, and I realize that guy listens to me every week, which is a stretch. He probably doesn't listen to me anymore. He friended me like 9 years ago, and then just all of a sudden, yeah, I'm done with that show. He heard it once and jumped in. Because you know what? Honestly, he did. He friended me 2.5 years ago, hoping for this moment. That's all he wanted. He's like, oh, if only someone would promote my Brass Monkey Bar in Asia, things would be fantastic. And so here it came. I mean, he sat patiently, and I bet he even listens. You know what? He doesn't listen. He hires he has a sweatshop of people just listening to this podcast. That's what it does, because it's Asia. Fuck, you get those people, what, a dime for 13 hours? And what's that, 3 shows? That's 3 shows. So those people, he's got all these people sitting in a fucking warehouse every week, and he pays them a dime each, and they listen to the fucking show, and they come waiting for Brass Monkey mentions. And very rarely do I mention the Brass Monkey. You know that, folks. I don't talk about the Brass Monkey, but now, finally, the week has arrived for me to talk about the Brass Monkey Bar in Asia, and he's gonna go crazy. Now the bar's gonna go through the roof. Eventually, he and Forrest Whitaker and Robert Williams are gonna have a drink, and then a Shoeshine Boy is gonna come in and blow the place up. That's what's gonna fucking happen. Good morning, Singapore. Yeah, take that, Brass Monkey. The whole fucking place went up. And then they're gonna go play fucking baseball with cantaloupes. All right. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. That's just how vivid was it in my brain that it came up. Literally, that was like I just popped it right out. Fuck, I'm great. You know what? I'm fucking great. Take that. I pulled fucking Good Morning Vietnam imagery out of fucking nowhere, out of the Brass Monkey Bar in goddamn Asia. Jesus Christ. How many mentions? This guy's got to send me some money. What do they make? What's their money over there? The dough. I think that's what they have, right? Because we have dollars here and their money's like, so it's like literally, it's like a bottle cap with a picture of their king. Do they have a king? I don't know what the fuck they have in Thailand. I don't know what the fucking scratch is there. Although I tell you what, I hope they have folding money, because if not, those women at the Brass Monkey Bar are going to have a lot of scars on their waistlines. That is not, you don't want to be tucking bottle caps with a picture of a king into somebody's waistband when they're doing bikini dancing. Fuck that. That's not good at the Brass Monkey Bar. They got to have folding money. But of course, I'm sure it's made out of like wheat. You know what I mean? All their fucking weird currency. I've talked about that with Canada. You know, there's always there's like a loonie and it's got a picture of a bird on it. Fuck you and your bird. We have presidents on our goddamn money. All right? That's what we do. We go ahead and put distinguished members of the Congress and everything else on our money. We don't put wildlife on our cash. We don't have a goddamn goose dollar. Fuck you, Canada. I just said Canada's my favorite place. They're literally the one place that loves me, that want me to come there. They've got there's no Vancouver page, I would tell you this, but people from Vancouver write me and they're like, oh my God, you got to come to our town. And I'm like, well, okay, you got to maybe start a Vancouver page, because otherwise I don't have any gauge of interest other than you three people who keep writing me from fucking Vancouver. Toronto hustled up. They started a goddamn page. I got to get a passport because I think Toronto's going to happen eventually. But I need a passport to go there. But then someone told me I didn't need a passport to go to Canada. Yeah, all right. You think so? You want one? Lily says I want one. Yeah, especially I want one. Especially now that they find out I've been talking about the Brass Monkey Bar. They'll think I'm some double agent coming from Asia. I'm sneaking into Canada on behalf of Asia to open a Brass Monkey Bar north of the border and changing the game up in Toronto. That's right. And I'll tell you what, if you think tucking in a fucking bottle cap with a picture of a king into your waistband is rough, wait till someone puts a handful of poutine in your fucking bikini. Holy shit, that's going to be awful. No one wants a fucking gravy pussy in their face. Yeah, that's not good. Fries and fucking oxtail and goddamn gravy pussy? No, thank you. Although, it depends on what kind of gravy. Let's be honest. Can we go ahead and double? I gotta walk this back. Hold on. We know me. We know that there's very few things I like in life more than pussy and gravy. Put the two of them together? Holy shit. That's got to be a fucking rampage, right? I got to be all over that. Just fucking Gravy Boat from a distance. Whoosh. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That was actually my porn name, the Gravy Boat. Don't ask why. All right, so... that's right, baby. I don't care from fucking distance. All right, so, what was I talking about? Going to fucking Canada. It's funny because I'm saying Toronto, they have a page to bring me to town, but then, did you see my fucking Facebook page today? On my Facebook wall? This girl posted, hey, Schmidt, what do I got to do to bring you to New Orleans? Yeah. Which I'm fine with that. I mean, certainly that seems a little informal, quite frankly, to bully me around by my last name, person who's never met me, especially when you're asking a favor to try to figure out how to bring me to your town. Do you think I really want to come to your town if you're going to threaten me with my last name? Like, hey, Schmidt. It's like when I said last week, when I text and I use your name in a text, that's your ass. If you use my last name, because there's only one guy in the world who calls me Schmidt. It's fucking, I told you, Kurt, my buddy Kurt. And still to this day, I've known him fucking 10 years. Hey, Schmidt, whenever I call him, like, dude, really? Not even Schmitty? You can't even go that extra mile to make it pleasant. It just reminds me of being. You know what? It reminds me of Marty Krushka. I've talked about Krushka, and here's my fucking gym teacher when I was a kid. Schmidt. He called us by our last names. Meech, what are you doing? Goddamn Krushka. I would love to get him on here just to see, so people know that I'm not faking that voice. Fong, you'll wind up like Sadat. Get back here. God damn it, awesome. By the way, I don't know how loud this is to you guys, but it is super loud in my head again this week. And I like it. I like having it super loud in my head, but I just never know if it's... No, it's cool for me. I just hope that it's not this loud for them. I would hate to see somebody's, fucking... Oh, they're tooling down the highway in their Gremlin. They plug in their iPod vagina and crash into a median because my huge voice came booming out of the speakers. Because, let's face it, folks, I've got that kind of voice. I've got a voice that gives you a start. The fuck's I talking about? So this girl wants me to go to New Orleans, and she's like, hey, Schmidt, what do I do to get you to New Orleans? And I'm like, I don't know. So I go to her Facebook page. She's 15. That's a 15-year-old girl who wants me to come to New Orleans. Which actually, it should be the other way around, really, when you think about it. Shouldn't I be the one who wants to bring a 15-year-old girl to New Orleans because it's anything goes and state lines and whatever the fuck goes on down there? And I could go visit some voodoo chick and get a monkey's paw and make this girl grow up and marry me? You know what I mean? Isn't there some fucking... That's how it works in that town. They got juju bags and gree bags, and they fucking hide a king in a cake. And that's what they do. See, over at the Monkey Bar, you got to have a fucking bottle cap with the picture of a king on it. Over here, we had a king in a cake. That's what we do at our kings. You guys have your own bullshit king and put his picture on a bottle cap. Fuck that. We had a king in the center of a cake, and you got to find it and not chew it. You don't want to bite it. Because you know what they don't have in New Orleans? They've got fucking gree bags and juju guys and monkey's paws and 15-year-olds who want you to come to town and see them. They do not have dentists. There are no dentists in New Orleans. Have you ever seen a shot from that town? Holy fuck. Bourbon Street is just one long... I think Bourbon Street is packed. There's 9 teeth on the entire goddamn street. Even as a tourist, when you show up, you land at the airport, they yank your teeth out of your fucking head just so you can fit in. And you know what? Good for you. Because if you show up in fucking New Orleans with a mouthful of teeth, everybody sees you as a mark. They're like, oh... That's the guy we got to roll and take his dough. That guy with a mouthful of choppers, because you got tourists written all over you, folks. If you use close-up, don't go to New Orleans, because they're going to know. They're going to fucking fleece you. They're going to take your wallet. I mean, it's bad enough they're serving you a cake with a doll in it. I talked about that, right? They got a fucking king buried in a cake. It's not really a doll. It's kind of tiny. And actually, you know what it looks like? Because he looks like, sometimes he's small, but sometimes he looks like he's in a sitting position. You know who the king cake looks like? I swear to God. You ever see the picture of the upside-down guy who jumped off the fucking World Trade Center in 9/11? That's who the king looks like. It's like this weird shape. He's like kind of inverted and he looks like he's sitting down. That guy, that's the coolest descent from a building I think I've ever seen. He's like, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to go in style. And he actually, you know what it looks like to me when you see him? It looks like he was sitting in an office chair when he jumped out, like he rolled out of the window and the chair just disappeared, but he was still in a sitting position. And there was a whole article in Esquire on that guy. You know that? Did you read that article? It was just because people wanted to know who he was because he became the symbol for 9/11, the upside down dude. And then they thought they actually thought they found out who it was. Like they narrowed it down, which seems fucking crazy to me, but they did. And then they went to his family, and his family was fucking furious. They're like, it wasn't him because nobody wanted to admit that they would have jumped out of a building. Fuck that. I got news. I would have jumped out of that building, right? I mean, or I would have gone to the roof and surfed it down when it collapsed, like everybody said you could do. You ever hear that story? When everybody was like, you could just stand on the building and like ride those because it was just collapsing all on top. You'd still be on the roof while the floors all collapsed on one another, and then when you'd land, you'd be like, boom, oh, I'm on top of the rubble. Fantastic. There were people who actually speculated that you could surf the building down. I'm like, wow, you guys are dumb. You know who you guys are? You're the target market for a king and a cake. That's right. You are the target market for, hey, why don't you sit down and bite this? There might be a toy in the center of it. Literally, that's who you guys are. Surf the fucking building down. Are you joking? God damn it. Never forget, folks. All right. So this 15-year-old girl wants to bring me to New Orleans, which again seems completely reverse of what should be happening. I should be showing up. I should be like Martin Sheen with Linda Blair, and we should just show up and sweet hostage the whole fucking town. That's a reference to a movie from 1,000,000 years ago, folks. Good for you if you look it up. Go to IMDb right now and look that up and realize that I'm right. And actually, off the top of my, I hope to God it's Linda Blair. I don't know if it is. It was Martin Sheen and some little girl. It might have been Linda Blair. If it wasn't, because literally in the 70s, it was Linda Blair or Jodie Foster or Brooke Shields. Done. That's it. There were no other young women in movies ever in the 70s. Certainly not any worth mentioning. You're making a squinty face like you're actually trying to think of someone. Are you going to bust out someone? Tatum O'Neal. You know what, folks? I apologize. Let me go back. Let me walk this back. And Tatum O'Neal's perfect because, again, Paper Moon. She was in Paper Moon. Paper Moon took place, of course, it was a bunch of grifters. And I think the plot of that is they go to New Orleans and they find a cake with a toy in it, right? Isn't that I think that's the whole plot, if I remember correctly. Something like that. And then it was weird. That had that weird incest thing between Ryan and Tatum O'Neal making out. They had a makeout scene in that movie, if I remember correctly. I do not remember correctly, by the way, folks. Let me go ahead and I need to go ahead and take that back because Tatum O'Neal's a fucking nut, man. I don't need her hearing that and going and come looking for me. She's fucking bananas. Oh, dude, one of the best jokes I ever wrote. God damn it. I wrote, all right, look, we all know me. We all know that I've written spec jokes to try to get jobs all over town and then never been hired. Well, when I was trying to get a joke, trying to get a job at the Best Damn Sports Show period, and I sat down and I wrote a bunch of sports jokes. And I wrote a joke about men's tennis. And I have to, again, I'm going to try to pull it off the top of my head. I apologize, but it's something like this. And in men's tennis, Boring McNobody beat, who the hell is that guy? 6'1", 6'1", Love. What the fuck happened to men's tennis? Do you recognize any of these guys anymore? I'm fully convinced that John McEnroe could win Wimbledon now with fucking a beer in one hand and Tatum O'Neal's hair in the other. Because he had been charged with he'd beaten her up. Yeah. That was the joke that I wrote for the Best Damn Sports Show period. And I should tell you this, when I say I didn't get the job, that's because they wound up going a different direction. But when I submitted the packet, 3 of the guys who worked there were like, holy fuck, this is better than the shit we write here. You should have no problem getting this job. Cut to me a week later working as a security guard with nothing in my future. That's the way it is. I'll submit jokes. Everybody's like, holy shit, those are great. Can't use you. Yeah, not even too good. They just, because you know why? Because all they had to deal with was the jokes, that'd be fine. But unfortunately, I'm attached to the jokes. If all they had to deal with was like me and the fucking material that I turned in, they'd be like, this is fantastic. But then all of a sudden I show up and they're like, oh, fuck, we got to deal with that guy? and all the shit he brings to the goddamn table. Because again, I will not be hired in this town, and here's why. They all know that I am literally always 9 minutes away from splitting for New Orleans with a 15-year-old. They know that. They can't take the chance. They want to staff me. It's like when I was in high school and I did a play. I actually tried out for a play. Did I ever tell that story on here? Oh, man, I tried out for a play in high school, folks. This was my 5th year of school. It was, and I had nothing else to do. I'm like, fuck, 5, what's left? A play? Do it. Let's do it. Because this is when I was deciding I wanted to be a stand-up and I wanted to be on stage, kind of. So they had play tryouts. And, every year they do fucking Oklahoma or Our Town or any of that bullshit, the fuck bus stop. And anybody could fake their way through that, right? Let's do the Fantastics. I'll do a pirouette and get me on there. That's fine. I've got some orange shorts I could wear. Let's do this. Sign me up and bring me to fucking town, all right? I'm half a fat guy in high school. I'm just jamming. I'm taking 4 lunch periods. I got plenty of time to work on the songs. It's not like I'm going to fucking class. That would be fine if they did those, but the fucking year I go to try out, folks, Midsummer Night's Dream. Shakespeare. Shakespeare. That's right. William L. Shakespeare. You got that? Was it L? I don't even know what that. Why did I give him a middle initial? It's, for some reason, it resonated with me that it was William L. Shakespeare. All right. So I go to try out for this play, and I'm like, I'm gonna try. I'm in it to be in a goddamn play. So the tryouts. Again, it's high school theater, folks. Nobody has to really do anything, But unfortunately, it's fucking Shakespeare, so you got to talk in iambic pentameter, and they were fucking going for it. It was the year they decided, I guess, to experiment and do a fucking, let's push ourselves. Well, you know what you want when you want that? A guy who's lazy as fuck. Let's have that guy show up. So I show up for the audition, and they had us stretch, They had all that bullshit where you're walking around the stage and everybody's doing I think we had a maypole we had to do, and then we had to do somersaults, and then we had to, clap and snap and, what's your name? All that, horrible. All that nonsense hippie bullshit trying to get a job in a fucking theater play. Why are you making a face? What?
Hippie bullshit.
Well, that's what it was.
The work.
Well, that's not the work. That fucking, hey, everybody take your shoes off. Let's get comfortable on the stage. Fuck off. I'm here. Give me the lines. Let's see if I can say them. If I can say them, great. If I can't, I'll get the fuck out of here. No one needs me to do a somersault to prove I can be in a Shakespeare play, all right? Look, I've got 2 lunch periods and a gym class to go to. Can we get me the fuck out of here, please? Diane Breiniger? Who is my friend to this day, actually. I was surprised she didn't come to the Chicago show. I think she was in Hawaii, but it's an English teacher who's I wound up being friends with still. She's nice. She's come and seen me do stand-up like 5 times. 3 teachers I'm still friends with. Again, folks, that'll tell you. That will tell you everything. Because I say to you, I went to 5 years of high school, but they never graduated me. But I was really kind of fun, and I was like a kind of a weird raconteur guy. I'm friends with like 5 teachers. I mean, fuck. Because I was way past that doing the work and graduating bullshit. I was already an adult, for fuck's sake. Granted, because I was there 9 years, why wouldn't I be an adult? That's fucking, folks. I didn't leave high school until I was 27 years old. I had a job. Like, literally, that's one of the reasons I didn't go to class. I had to leave early to go to my job. Idiot. But no, I'm friends with them, man. So they hang out. So I go to audition for this play, and they have us do all this. Literally we're playing Red Rover, and we're linking arms, and then there's bullshit. You got to talk about your childhood, whatever. Fuck you. Give me the script. But it's Miss Breiniger, and I'm doing her game. That's fine. So then they tell us that we have to pretend to be animals. All right. Now, I don't know if that's, a thing. I don't know if you do that a lot. I don't know if that's an improv exercise. Because as I've taken improv classes, I've seen there's freeze tag and all of that bullshit where there's exercises that teach you how to open up on stage and let you do that. Well, she wanted us to pretend to be animals, be whatever animal you wanted to be. And you had to interact with the other people who are trying to get into the play and be an animal with them or whatever the fuck. Because you can't say what you are. You're not like, I'm a lion, rawr. It's not that kind of bullshit. All right, you just got to be like, rawr, and do whatever a lion would do. So I immediately got on all fours, and I tackled a gazelle, and I ate it. This girl, Kim Knowles, was being a gazelle, and I hopped over, I knocked her over, and I ate out her throat. It was good. Unfortunately, there was no lions in Midsummer Night's Dream. Otherwise, I had the fucking role. Oh, man, I'm a lion book. You know what? We should have just made a Shakespeare play, but everybody was being menaced by a lion. Why wouldn't you do that? Do the Taming of the Shrew, but, all of them band together and hide in a garage from the lion who's outside. Fuck, give me that role. I'm in. I'm a lion. It's perfect. Oh, god damn it. So she's like, pretend to be animals. All you guys pretend to be animals. I'm like, all right. So, and again, you don't announce who you are, so you just start to interact with everybody. So folks, here's what I do. Because again, I think out of the box. You know that about me. I can't be like a horse or a gazelle. And I did not want to get on the ground and roll around. I didn't want to do any of that. So on the fly, I don't know why I did it. All right. I invented an animal. I invented an animal so I could be aggressive. Okay, I didn't want to be passive. I didn't want to be like, licking my hands like a cat. I didn't want to bat some yarn around. I didn't want to fucking, eat a leaf off a tall tree. I'm not a giraffe. Why do I have to clarify for you what these animals do? I didn't want to get my trunk out and spray water on myself. That's an elephant, folks. That's what the elephant does. Idiots. Just talk, stupid. So I didn't want to bark and fetch a tennis ball because nobody had a tennis ball to throw. That's what a doggy would do. Arf, arf. Dummy. So I invented an animal. And what I did was I kind of crouched down almost like a cornerback. All right, I will tell you exactly who I was. There was a cornerback who played for the Oakland Raiders named Lester Hayes. And he actually was nicknamed occasionally Lester the Molester. Because he would get in a guy's fucking jersey. He was the greatest cornerback. And I was a Raider fan as a kid, Raiders and Bears. And I loved the Raiders, and I loved Lester Hayes. And he would do this thing where he would cover himself with stickum, which was something that is now banned. It's banned in the NFL, but it used to be it was almost like a sticky Vaseline. And he would be covered in it all over his hands and all over his jersey, and he would intercept the ball, and he would by the end of the game, he would be covered with it. The receivers would be filthy with it because he'd be grabbing them. I mean, he was just a really aggressive cornerback. When the Raiders won the Super Bowl in '83, they had Lester Hayes and Michael Haynes at cornerback, and it was fucking amazing. I loved him, huge fan. And Lester Hayes would get into this weird crouch when he was playing cornerback, and he would make a face, like a mean face, but a smile, like a weird grin. He was just a crazy dude. So I was Lester Hayes. I got down into the Lester Hayes crouch, and I would advance on people. I wouldn't walk. I advanced like as if I was fencing. You know what I mean? Where you kind of jump forward with your leg, and I didn't growl. I didn't do the noise I decided to make was the noise. For some reason, I thought of cicadas, but not cicadas. I didn't realize exactly what it was, but all right, I'll be honest with you. You know what I was? I was a garden sprinkler. And this was the noise I made. But imagine that coming out of a fucking 6'2", 300-pound guy in a crouch with a kind of an evil grin and advancing on you in a fencing way, like kind of jumping forward at you with his hands out. And I would come at people, and they would I basically, it was like everybody's milling around the stage, and I took the fucking center of the stage and got in my crouch with my fucking grin and just like looked around at everybody, and then I did that thing where I made that noise, and I would advance at everybody, and they would scatter. I would not allow anybody in the center of the stage. So we're doing this for like 5 minutes, and I mean nobody would come near me. They made a perimeter around the flanks of the stage and interacted gently and had their bear tea parties, and they lions batted each other and licked each other and picked nits out of their hair like monkeys. I don't know what the fuck I didn't care. All I cared about was I owned the center of the motherfucking stage, and nobody was getting near Lester Hayes and his garden sprinkler. Nobody was coming near Lester Hayes and his garden sprinkler because the center of the stage was his. I had no stickum, but nobody was getting. I was locking you down, motherfuckers. I own the jungle. Fuck you, Lion King of the Jungle. You know who the real king of the jungle is? Lester Hayes and his garden sprinkler. Fuck you, Lion. Just me, Lester Hayes, with a fucking grin on my face and a jerry curl, dropping sprinkler knowledge right in your face. Take that. So I fucking controlled the stage. I mean, I dominated it. Literally, I would not let anybody near me. And eventually, the funny thing was, everybody decided they didn't want to come near me. I just so I stalked. All I did was I stalked Like I just kind of looked around and I challenged people. I jumped out to where they were and I fucked with their comfort zone and they would scatter. Nobody stood up to me like in a fight way. Like because that's basically what I was encouraging. I was trying to see if anyone would stand up to me and nobody did. I overpowered the entire fucking audition. Everybody stomped. And finally after 5 minutes, Miss Branniger, Diana's just like, all right, enough, thank you everybody. And then we all had to have a cool down where I think we all, told each other our secrets. I don't know what the fuck we did. Again, we're trying to get into a play. It's all bullshit. I don't know anything about it. All I know is it was just another thing for me to do while I was there. And I'm like, well, I'll give this a shot. Maybe I can be an actor because I was starting to think I wanted to be on stage and be a stand-up and do that sort of thing. So I figured an acting move was the way to go. So she's like, all right, thank you. That's, nice. And she goes, all right, we'll let everybody know that we might have callbacks or something, but we'll let everybody know in the next few days. And there was another group of auditioners coming in. So she goes, all right, thank you, everybody. And she goes, Mike? And I go, yeah. She goes, stay here. So I said, all right. So everybody left and they took off and I'm standing on the stage and Diane comes up to me and she goes, come here. And I'm sitting on the stage. She's like in the pit. She looks at me and she goes, if I cast you in this play, I need you to tell me that you are going to be in this play. I said, well, yeah, that's why I'm here. She goes, no. She goes, you can't get suspended.
Yep.
You can't get kicked out of school. None of this can happen. You can't get kicked out of school. You have to come to the rehearsals and you have to commit to me that you're going to do this because I know you. And I need to make sure that you are definitely going to do this if I cast you in this play. And I said, yeah. I go, I wouldn't be here if that wasn't the case. She goes, all right, you stay. We're going to bring in the new auditioners. And I want you to do exactly what you just did. I said, okay. You mean Lester Hayes and the Garden Sprinkler? Yeah, I can bring that to life a second time. And so I got on stage, and then again, everybody else comes in, and they saw me there, and I've already got my shoes off. I'm already comfortable, folks. I'm very comfortable on the center of the stage, tiptoeing around. And then we all get together, and we all, we sit down, and we tell our stories, and we talk about our favorite foods, and we play What's That Smell? Everything else you got to do to get into a play, all that mental exercise bullshit to transport you to a different world. And then it comes time to be in the jungle and time to be animals. And I stand up. And everybody else stands up, and we're all in a very tight group in the center of the stage. So these people did not scatter at first; they were all right on top of me, and I just stood there, and everybody's like meow and walking around, batting around their bullshit. Inevitably, there's someone who's got a very big guy splashes around in the water because that's what a polar bear does, folks. That's what a polar bear does. And then someone, of course, waddles in like a penguin because that's in the jungle, right? People making these weird decisions of what animals to be in the jungle.
Really?
So. I know, fuck you, penguin. I got news for you. Have you ever seen the National Geographic Channel? Have you ever seen any sort of documentary from Africa? You've got a much better chance of seeing Lester Hayes with the Garden Sprinkler than you do of seeing a penguin. Trust me. I have seen every single special in the world from Africa, and oftentimes I've thought I've seen Lester Hayes with the Garden Sprinkler. He's right there. Penguin? Never at once in the Congo did a penguin come waddling out of the goddamn Ganges. I don't know if the Ganges is in the Congo. I don't have any fucking clue. Again, because you know why? I was very busy ditching fucking geography class to go and act like Lester Hayes in the Garden Sprinkler. So sure enough, so I take the center of the stage and I just fucking, that's it. And I and I fucking bust out Lester Hayes in the Garden Sprinkler. I get down in the crouch, I get the fucking grin, and I think I even grew a Jerry curl for the occasion. That's how fucking into it I was. I let my soul glow and busted it out, baby. Fucking soul glow. And Lester Hayes in the Garden Sprinkler the shit out of everybody auditioning for that play. And they all did their thing. They waddled around and did their and avoided me like motherfuckers. They just fucking again scattered. One guy like as a lion like came up to me like he was gonna have it, and I just fucking Lester Hayes in the Garden Sprinklered all over him. That's got to be a children's book, right? That has to be something. Lester Hayes in the Garden Sprinkler. Jesus Christ. But he tried to be the lion. He tried to take the thing, and I just fucking all over him. And I would get aggressive, like nobody had challenged me, so I was able to go slow. But when he got the lion in my face, I just fucking hop it at him, and like I made him back up because I was big too. I was intimidating, his big size, fucking awesome. And I made him lie in his way out to the fucking perimeter. God damn it. Center of the stage belongs to Lester Hayes and the Garden Sprinkler. Nobody gets near me. I don't give a fuck. You know, maybe Howie Long gets near me. Maybe he could do it. Maybe Matt Millen or Van McElroy. Maybe Van McElroy. You know what? He's a safety. I'll let him in. That'll happen. All right, these are old Raiders. I'm going to give you the whole 83 Raiders defense. All right, folks. So, I dominated again. I took center of the stage, and we finished the auditions, and then, you know, of course, we had to close our eyes and pretend to be in an ice cream shop, whatever the fuck you have to do to get a play. And afterwards, we finished, and we're walking out, and then Diane looks at me. She goes, "Come here." And I go over, and she looks at me, and she actually took my hand, and she goes, "If I cast you in this play, you have to promise me that you will behave and that you will come to rehearsal and you will do everything you can to make this work. Because I mean, obviously I want you in it, but you have to tell me." And I go, "Of course. Yes. Thank you. I'm really excited that you're excited. So yes, I will do it." And it was fucking awesome. I mean, I got cast in a fucking Shakespeare play. So I was cast as Nick Bottom the Weaver. That's right. Who, if you've read Midsummer Night's Dream, he's the comic relief, basically. I mean, there's Pyramus and Thisbe, and then there's Puck, and, you know, Puck is the mischievous guy who actually, I thought I was going to be Puck, but she wanted more of because Puck is a fairy or a gnome or whatever the fuck he is, so I mean, I was too big to be that. But I was basically Nick Bottom, who's an ass. And he literally, in the play, becomes an ass because he has to wear a donkey head. It's like, you know, that's the whole deal. He's an ass. So that's who I got cast as. It was awesome. So I would go to these rehearsals, and Riz Espinelli was a guy. He was from my high school. He was in the play. And Kim Knowles, the aforementioned Kim Knowles, who I tackled and ate her throat out of her. She recovered. She recovered strong from the attack from Lester Hayes and the Garden Sprinkler. Or no, actually, it was the Lion. When I was the Lion, I attacked her. God damn it. And Kim Knowles was like crazy hot. I just couldn't wait to see her in a fucking body stocking. Like, she had like crazy huge boobs. Like she was one of those underrated. There's all these underrated hot chicks from my school. Like, you don't even remember, like, because we all knew the hot chicks in school. We didn't. You guys didn't. Look, you guys know all the hot chicks, right? Debbie Mack and all those people when we were kids. They were all totally hot. But there were other, like, I liked underrated hot chicks. There was this chick in class of 83 named Sharon Brain. Man, oh, dude, fucking Sharon Brain. I don't know what it was. But bullshit. I know exactly what it was. Big tits and glasses. That's exactly what it was. Plus, she was like funny and smart, and she had like a real pretty face. And I wound up hanging out with her because when I worked on the newspaper. I worked for the Raider Review, folks, as I've told you. I worked on the Raider Review in Bolingbrook High. That's where I wrote the famous headline, "Badminton Babes Back Bopping Birdies." Did I remember telling you about that? I was a fan of alliteration at 14. So I wrote that article of Sharon Brain, and I would hang out with Sharon Brain, and I pined for Sharon Brain. Jesus, she was like this class of 83, just kind of hot, like really pretty face and big fucking tits, huge tits, like, and never dressed the part. That was the thing. So I couldn't wait to see her. Like, in my head, that's one of the reasons why you pine for someone like that, because you're like, just once, show me a shoulder, anything. Show me a Sharon Brain shoulder. If she shows me a Sharon shoulder, I'm fucking in. I'll take a chunk out of it. And you know what's in the center of her shoulder, by the way? It's a king cake. It's a little king right there. You bite into Sharon Brain's shoulder, and right there is a little king. Right there, he's hiding, inverted upside down like that dude off the World Trade Center. And he plunged right into Sharon Brain's shoulder. That's how far that fall is. He jumped in 2001 and landed in Sharon Brain's shoulder in 1983. And then I bit her and found him. God damn it. That's quite a fall. Jesus Christ, that guy fell 18 years into the past. That's a serious leap. Wow, if you jump off the fucking roof of a building and you land 18 years later in the shoulder of a high school senior, god damn, you've done something. And then you get found by fucking Nick Bottom the Weaver as he's gnawing on her shoulder, begging her to show it to him. Holy shit, that's fantastic. But Sharon Brain was like underrated hot. I dug her, man. It's like, and don't think I've Googled her and tried to find her and stuff like that. I can't find her because she got married, I'm sure, and like changed her name. But Sharon Brain, how great is that name? Fucking Sharon Brain and like hot. Because she had a brain, she was fucking smart. Anyway, all right. But I liked dude. Lisa Guetta. Oh, Jesus. Lisa Guetta had her locker right in your mind, and she was class of 83. And she was, Lisa Guetta was the Marky Post of my high school, because it was that thing where you're like, she was just a chick. And because everybody, pined for like Michelle Dwanch and Mary Bailing and all these other chicks. I am using a lot of names. Hold on. I am using, but I'm saying good things. These are hot girls. But there were girls that, everybody wanted. And, oh my God, the Melinda Tishner. Oh, Jesus Christ. And I got to stop. All right, so because these people are on Facebook. Some of these people I do know. But yeah, but when you were in high school, you were just like, oh, dude, no. It was only, again, as a child, you were just, you would spend a lot of time walking into walls just to get your erection knocked down so you can go to math class and not be embarrassed. When you see these girls in the fucking hallway, yeah, I would. Because I mean, I was fucking. I'm Lester Hayes in the Garden Sprinkler. I'm not exactly working chicks in high school. That's not exactly the way to seal the deal with girls by hopping around and going. And because I wanted Kim Knowles, boy, did I want Kim Knowles. All right, but so yeah, underrated hot chicks. But Lisa Guetta is why I wrote Badminton Babes Back Bopping Birdies. She played badminton, and that was the only reason. Believe me, you think I fucking care about badminton? I hated it in school. I hated it playing it. I hated anything. But I think I wrote a fucking 5,000 word article about the team, and about 4,895 of them were about Lisa Guetta, the star of the badminton team. And I think I actually walked up to her locker. Did you see what I wrote? Literally, just to impress her. Like because that's the only reason I wrote the article was to impress her. If I could have called it "Guetta Gets Great at Grinding Gruddlecocks," I would have done that. I know it's not Gruddlecock, but who cares? I would have changed it just to impress her. Just for again, I like alliteration, folks. That's what I would have done. I'm sure, and nobody in the school would have known the difference. The only people who cared about the badminton team were Lisa Guetta and me. And that's just because I actually went to a meet. I went to watch her play badminton just to see her moving in shorts. That's the only reason I went. I don't give a fuck about badminton, but Lisa Guetta, oh Jesus Christ, I don't know what it was. And she was another one who was dating some guy from the class of 81. You know what I mean? I'm just like, and not like I had a shot anyway. Literally, I'm walking around in a flannel shirt all the fucking time, wearing the Mike Schmidt shirt every single day. Not every day, 3 times a week I wear the Mike Schmidt shirt. I've talked about the Mike Schmidt shirt on here, haven't I? It was a number 6 football jersey. It was actually a picture of me in the yearbook wearing it. I think Max put it up. Go to David Hernandez's Facebook page and look through his photos. You'll see me with all of my hair standing up pointing with a big number 6 on. That shirt actually had blood on it from the fight I was in at the fucking Romeoville game. Fuck, God, why am I doing? Who cares? I say these things in shorthand. Hey, you guys remember when I fought at the Romeoville game and they fought the Andrew guy and he kicked me in the chest and then Max tried to hand me a knife? All right, so if not, please get year 1 or year 2. I don't even remember when I told that story. I've probably told it 9 times, so enjoy it. By all the years, it'll come up periodically. You'll hear, oh, yeah, that's when Max handed Mike a knife. I think that's the name of the episode. Max handed Mike a knife. Mike a knife. That's a pretty good nickname. All right. But bottom line, Lisa Guetta. Oh, dude. And, dude, Pam Holcomb. Oh. Now, Pam Holcomb's name I can use because she's dead. But, what? That's true. That's true. I guess I have. I've used everybody's name. Everybody else is still alive, I think. I don't know. I have no idea. But Pam Holcomb, oh my Christ, dude, I just fucking, she was a girl in class of 83 and she had an older brother named Dale who was like a huge football star, big jock, crazy athlete, one of the legends of Bolingbrook High School, ladies and gentlemen. And, but Pam was so beautiful. She was dating Tad Jensen from the class of 83, but she was so like retarded beautiful. Like it was like, I can't even explain it because there was another girl named Barb Blumenstein who we went to school with. Oh, dude, you would just see her and be like, like you would be frozen by her beauty. High school beauty, certainly. I mean, I don't know, but it doesn't matter at that time. It was like when I was in 8th grade and I saw Kelly Dunk for the first time. Holy shit. I've talked about Kelly Dunk on here, haven't I? And I was at the 8th grade dance and Kelly Dunk is like flirting with the 31-year-old singer in the band who came to the fucking 8th grade dance. I'm like, really? Kelly Dunk? And I think he tagged her actually, probably. Fuck yeah. You got an 8th grader climbing all over you. Why wouldn't you do that? I'm on my way to New Orleans to do just that. No, I'm not. That poor girl. She's like, what? No, don't bring me. Schmidt. No, Schmidt. She's like, Schmidt, how do I keep you out of New Orleans? That'll be on my Facebook page. Crazy. Yeah, so Pam Holcomb, man, she was so hot. And she was in my business law class with, it was me and my buddy Gar, and then Mr. Legan taught it, whatever. So I sat by Pam Holcomb because she knew Gar. So all of a sudden she got to know me, and then she thought I was extremely funny. Like, this is my sophomore year, and she was a junior, and she was unattainable. She was dating Tad Jensen. I didn't even think of her as like hot girl, beautiful, because I had no shot. Again, I'm fucking 14. What the fuck am I going to do with her, even if she says yes? But still, the very fact that she was nice to me and talked to me, like it made me feel like a grown up. It was so weird because she was so popular and hot, and she thought I was funny. And it was one of those confidence builders that you get along the way where you just go, hey, maybe I am something. Maybe there is something here. You know what I mean? And I did nothing with it. I went to high school for 5 more years looking for that goddamn feeling. You know what I pulled out of it? Lester Hayes and the Garden Sprinkler. That's where all my confidence went. I brought it to bear on stage when I auditioned for the Shakespeare play. So, but she actually, it's funny because I'll say, look, you folks are in there, you're home right now, and you're thinking to yourself, fuck that, Mike, Pam Holcomb didn't feel that way. And I know you're thinking that, but which I don't blame you, because I tell you how unattainable she was. She was like a homecoming queen type, and I was a guy who was friends with everybody, but not like, but this is class of 83. It was totally, I can't even explain to you. We all went to school with everybody, and we knew the girls that were on the homecoming court, and we knew homecoming queen, and we knew people that were famous or high school famous. But Pam Holcomb was like high school famous. Like it was like that thing where everybody knew her name, and just you would talk about her, and she was the most popular, unbelievably hot girl of the class of 83. And she liked me and thought, and so but I tell you that, and you don't believe it. But next time you see me, next time you're in Los Angeles, come to my house, and I will show you my yearbook from sophomore year. Because, we all have our yearbooks and everybody signs your yearbook. And a lot of people think that I'm too good to be forgotten, apparently. I can't lie to you there. A lot of people think that 83 rules, which was fine. My friend Gar actually thought 38 Salur, which actually, when we were in high school, I thought that was actually very clever. He wrote it backwards. And a lot of people thought I should stay sweet, and they hoped to see me over the summer. A lot of people were like that. But Pam Holcomb wrote in my sophomore yearbook and took the entire... half of the entire back cover, and actually wrote, "It's been amazing meeting you this year. You're so funny. It's great being in Mr. Lincoln's class." And she wrote, "I think that you're someone I'm going to know. It's great that I've gotten to know you, and I hope that we can be good friends." And she actually she said "could friends," COULD. She misspelled. I don't know why. Just weird. But she said we could be good friends forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And she wrote "ever" like 30 times. And then signed her name, and I remember when she gave it back to me, because I even then I was like at 14, I didn't immediately. You don't read what people write right away, but like the next class, I opened up the book and I saw that what she had written, and I read it, and it was hard to read at first because I had the book in my lap, and my heart got immediately hard and tipped the book off onto the floor. Just because, and it wasn't even like a sex hard on. It was just like, oh my God, that's great hard on. There's many different hard ons, folks. You guys, we've clarified that. But it was just like, I couldn't believe it. And so I was like, I was in a daze. Like even for the rest of the day, I was in a daze that Pam Holcomb felt that way and that we were friends and stuff like that. And then over the summer, she died. Like of some weird mystery disease. Like I don't even remember what it was. It was like one of those things again where she went to the dentist and then died. You know what I mean? Like some mystical, I don't even know what it was. It wasn't, I don't think it was a car. I could be misremembering. Like there wasn't a car accident. It wasn't abrupt. It was like out of the blue. And again, we didn't have the internet back then, so I don't know exactly what the fuck happened. That seems stupid. I knew her. Why the fuck would I need the internet to know exactly what happened? But it was that thing where I only knew her through class. And so we weren't friends, like hanging out friends. I just knew that she died. And I guess I thought she had some weird, like an aneurysm, like one of those things out of the blue that came out of nowhere. And it fucking ruined Tad. I mean, at least for the next year or two, he was just fucking devastated. Like he needed an excuse to drink. Tad was quite a drinker. But then of course, I hope he recovered. I haven't seen Tad in forever. But yeah, it just, man, fucking Pam Holcomb. Oof. Maybe Sharon Brain is dead. I have no idea. I mean, that's why I can't find her. You know what? Any of the underrated hot chicks, someone is killing the underrated hot chicks of Boulder God. Dude. Oh, Jesus. I couldn't even say it. The fucking have the realization in that moment, I couldn't even fucking say it. I should say it again. Should I say it again? Yes. Should we take it back? God damn it. Oh, fuck it. I'm leaving it in. Someone is killing the underrated hot chicks of Bolingbrook High. God damn. What a great movie. That movie is fantastic. Oh, you know what? I'm making it. I'm making that goddamn movie. Oh, shit. If Lisa Gett is out there, she better watch her ass. I know Melinda's out there. Melinda, watch out. Oh, no, Melinda's one of the real hot chicks. Yeah, it's like the underrated hot chicks are the ones who are getting picked off left and right. Kim Knowles, you're in trouble. Holy shit. You know how Kim Knowles is going to go? Lion attack. Someone is killing the underrated hot chicks of Bolingbrook High. It's too long. I want it to be the name of the show. Fuck. I couldn't even get it out. You heard it. You're sitting here. Folks, you're home. You heard it. Fucking iPod vagina. The realization of it in that moment to just go, yeah, I hope I got someone is killing. Oh, dude. I wish you knew what I was thinking. I'm feeling right now because it was so fucking great. You fanning me? Fan me. I need it. God damn it. I'm on fire. Holy shit. That was great. Someone is killing the underrated hot chicks of Bolingbrook High. And this, by the way, will not do anything for the people who hate the fact that I continue to harp on the same joke over and over. I hear from those people all the time now. Mike, really, not everything you say is hilarious. Well, then why are you listening to the fucking show? I don't get that. People will write me and they're like, like this weird criticism of the podcast. Dude, there's a billion podcasts out there. Trust me, there's corporate podcasts, and now there's the new Independent Podcast Alliance, which has found a position of strength in the podcasting world from what I've heard. But holy shit, what the fuck are you telling me that you don't, you know what, Mike, not everything you say is hilarious. Why do you fucking go on and beat to death? Fuck you. That's why. Seriously, that's the reason. If you want a manifesto for my goddamn show, I got news for you. Open it up, it's going to say, fuck you. That's why. That's it. You got a question about why I do what I do? Fuck you. That's why. Because I spent 20 years getting to this fucking point with bosses telling me what the fuck to do, and now I don't have one. So I can sit here and talk all the fuck I want about people that I used to go to school with. That's right. Take that. The fuck am I supposed to be talking about? The politics that you want to hear about? Fuck that. There's other shows for that. This is a show with a monkey just jabbering. That's it. This is a show that features Lester Hayes with a garden sprinkler. Done. Always amazed when people write me and they say shit like that. Just like, oh, Mike, not everything you say is hilarious. Well, then what the fuck are you listening for? Mike, you seem really smug. And what was the word the guy used? The guy wrote me and he's like, pleased. You seem really pleased with yourself half the time during the show. Yeah, I am, goddammit. Dude, there's no script. I just go with this shit on the fly. It makes me laugh. If it doesn't make you laugh, turn the fucking station. And by turn the station, I mean turn the wheel of your car right into a guardrail. Jesus, fuck. Who are you to rate me and tell me what the fuck? Whatever, I can't. I told myself I wasn't going to be negative. No, I didn't. Fuck that. Because you know what? Even that would smack of a plan.
That's true.
If I told myself I was going to be negative, that would mean I had some sort of plan coming into this, and I don't have a fucking plan. I'm not kidding you. Lily and I sat here for 2 hours, and I said, I got nothing this week. I have nothing to fucking talk about. And I've proven it. I've proven it in the last 45 minutes that I have nothing to talk about, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. I told myself I'm going to be negative. And you know what's funny? Even if I did have a plan, how low on that list of priorities is I told myself I'm not going to be negative? Because, I mean, if this show's gumdrops and rainbows, people are tuning the fuck out. Nobody wants to hear me happy. Right? People are rooting for me, and they're like, yeah, man, I can't wait till good things happen. Well, when good things happen, I don't know how fucking good the show's going to be. Who wants to hear me talking about me counting my money? Nobody wants to fucking hear that. You guys want me broke and sad. That's this fucking show. Actually, that's going to be the name of it. Lily said that we should change the name to Hanging with Schmitty. Going in year 6, I go broke and sad. That's the way to go. Because believe me, even by year 6, broke and sad is going to be the name. Either that or someone is killing the underrated chicks of Bolingbrook High. That's going to be the name of the podcast. As I go and I'm a gumshoe. You know what I do? I get a fucking trench coat and I Columbo the shit out of this nation trying to find the guy who's killing the underrated hot chicks of Bolingbrook High. I'm going to solve the unsolved murder of Pam Holcomb from my high school years. I don't even know. Terrible. People are listening. Fucking my buddy Larry, he knew her. He was friends with her. Larry will probably write me and set me straight and tell me what happened. Although actually Larry might be out after I've talked about the underrated hot chicks of Bolingbrook High. This may hit too close to home. Larry's like, fuck that. All right. Fuck. The hell was I talking about, folks? Bands from Canada. All right, so not I'm banned in Canada. Although you never know, it could be. Because Lily said that to me. She's like, dude, when I said banned in Canada, she goes, you mean you can't go there anymore? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm talking about a band in Canada. Danko Jones. So this guy, this gravy eater from Canada sent me Danko Jones links, and I went to YouTube and fucking Danko Jones rocks. Like it's like I heard it and it made me go, why isn't this guy famous like in America? Like why don't I don't even know if he's toured the States. He might just be happy being famous in Canada. I mean, there are moose that are famous in Canada. Why the fuck, dude? Break out of your Arctic prison and come to the United States. All right. Do yourself a favor. Come down here where there's folding money and real cash and people want to go ahead and see you. Don't be up there where people still barter with pelts and pay in hockey jerseys. Nobody wants that. God damn it. Why do they even want me to come to their country? It makes no sense. And because again, I am more popular in Canada than even America. That might be a lie. Yeah, I think America and then Canada. No, you know what? Fuck that. Because when I put out merchandise for sale, literally almost like the first 20 things always go to Canada. Like everybody's unless there's one guy. Holy shit. There is one person in Canada. You know who it is? Danko Jones. Unbelievably. Turns out Danko Jones is a huge fucking fan and he buys everything. He's got a calendar. He's drinking out of a coffee mug. He's got fucking booties. Did we sell booties? I don't know if we did. I got my hand in everybody's fucking pocket at all goddamn times electronically. He's got his tweakedaudio.com/40 earbuds on as he composes a new hit for Canadians that won't make it to America. And this guy sent me links, and I actually had to smuggle them over the border. Like I had to put in a code. And by the way, the code for Canada is always Snow White. If you're looking to get anything from Canada online, it's always Snow White, one word in all caps. Just do that. Which seems weird because they should have just gone with snow caps, right? Shouldn't they have done that? Because then you know it's caps. The reminder is right there in the title, and then it's less letters to type. Less letters to type for your bony, frozen fingertips up there in Moose Jaw. That's always my go-to city, Flin Flon and Moose Jaw. I'm sure there's other ridiculously named cities, but Flin Flon and Moose Jaw are the ones I always come to. I think my buddy are in Regina. Isn't it Regina? Yeah, well, it's spelled Regina, but they call it Regina up there. That's only because their jaws are so frozen from the cold they can't go ahead and say Regina. They can't make their lips and face make that thing. Regina. It's just frozen. Canada hates me now. What am I doing? Why am I alienating them? They can't hate me because I love Danko Jones. I'm on board with Danko Jones and poutine and everything else you got up there. I like hockey. All right. I like animals, otters, beavers. You got those up there, right? I'm a huge beaver fan, Canadian or otherwise. Stop. I meant that in an animal way.
Yes.
I conquered an animal. You know what? Fuck that. I conquered a beaver as Lester Hayes the garden sprinkler. Some guy tried to be one. He was like wiggling his ass and building a dam right there. Bullshit. I kicked down your dam. Fuck you, beaver. Lester Hayes with the garden sprinklers here. There's a new king of the jungle. Lester Hayes with the garden sprinkler. Fuck yeah. Oh, Christ. Oh, I'm so happy. I think Lester Hayes is dead. I think he actually died too. Someone is killing the overrated cornerbacks of the NFL. All right. He wasn't overrated. Fuck that. He was well rated. He was perfect. Number 37 in your scorebook. Number 1 in my heart. He is attached. You ever see those baby on board signs where they're like stuck on the window? Lester Hayes is stuck to my heart with Stickum. He's just got Stickum and he's stuck right on there. God, I loved him. Oh, 1980 when they played the fucking Oilers in the playoffs. Ken Stabler, who I loved as a kid. He was a quarterback for the Raiders, but then he got traded to the Oilers. And then they beat the hell out of him in the Oakland Coliseum. It was gorgeous. And that's fucking John Matuzak. Oh, John Matuzak. There you go. There's another Raider from the 80s. He's dead. What the fuck? What is with I have this weird nostalgia for dead people today. All these people that are from my past that are now dead. Lester Hayes, fucking John Matuzak. The Snake is still alive, though. Kenny Stabler, he's still alive. Shakespeare, he's fucking dead. He's long dead. Speaking of Shakespeare, so I get cast in this play. Now that I think about it, I should have told you about that. So I got cast as Nick Bonham the Weaver, with the ass hat and stuff. And I'm going to auditions, and or not auditions, to rehearsals. And I'm learning my lines and stuff, and I was really enjoying it. Like I was digging it, and I got to be friends. And it was just, look, I was happy to just be near Kim Knowles, okay, and also happy because I like being in the school after hours. I just because I'm sneaky. We all know that I'm sneaky. So then I can like walk around and sneak around and like try to find stuff. And whenever when I wasn't involved in a scene, I could go backstage, and then there was this labyrinth to get through the auditorium, and you could actually make your way into the band room from there. Like I would come out the side, and I would be in the band room where there were instruments, and I would just fucking bang around on fucking oboes and shit. Because Mr. Kurdiak for some reason didn't lock the band room at night, or he would, so I could just go in there. I wouldn't steal anything, but I would hang. I just like being. Look, I'm a roach. I like being in places where I'm not supposed to be. I like being sneaky, as you know. I like being anywhere where you're not supposed to be after hours, where the lights are out. Which means I would have loved Penn State. Oh my God, would I have just literally? I heard that story, and look, it's a terrible story. Okay, he's molesting kids and all that stuff, but all I could think of was how cool it would be to have the keys to the football team's showers after and do whatever the fuck you wanted. Granted, I would have chosen some other things to do. I probably would have just snuck around and maybe taken a clandestine shower, and maybe I don't, who knows? Maybe look for an open locker or two, or rifle through the towels, or look for a jersey or something. But I would not have done that. And I'll be honest with you, it probably wouldn't have been in the final 5. Like it wouldn't have been, considering what I would have done in an empty locker room when I had the keys and I basically had the joint to myself. I've got to be honest, the anal rape of a child would have not been on the list. I'm confident saying it. Like I said, not even top 5, not even top 10. It's not even. It doesn't even make the list, quite frankly. Can we just kill that motherfucker? Honestly, can we just fucking execute him right now? Because here's the thing. I get innocent until proven guilty. I understand that. And he's being tried in a court of public opinion and everybody's freaking out. The second you go on TV and you give that fucking interview, and you don't show any remorse or say anything, about the victims or anything like that, or say this is a tragedy all involved, anything, but to sit there when they asked him if he's sexually attracted to boys, and you think about it, motherfucker, are you joking me? You actually thought, you immediately scream no. Even if the answer is not no.
Yeah.
But the thing is, here's the deal. He wants to get caught. He wants to die. You can just tell. You could hear he has given up in that interview. He wants, and when you hear about the fact that he talked to the mom of one of the kids and he said, "I wish I was dead. I wish you could forgive me. I know you can't." From 10 years ago, he wants to die. He wants to be caught. He hates himself. Why else would he self-immolate right there on the fucking show? And then he hires that fucking smirking lawyer who's an idiot. And then it turns out that guy banged a 16-year-old. What the fuck is going on in that town? I understand Happy Valley is like 3 hours from anywhere, but aren't there any adult women or boys to fucking have sex with? I mean, honestly, you got to reach out a little bit, or maybe I make a phone call. The internet is there. Find Craigslist. Isn't there? There's got to be anyone who's of your age to go ahead and find. But this guy banged a 16-year-old. Now he's a lawyer and he's defending that guy. It's like, wow, how are we supposed to take you seriously? It makes no sense. And now the fucking the kid. That's another thing that drives me fucking crazy. All right, hold on. The 28-year-old man who stumbled into the fucking locker room and saw supposedly what was taking place and then took off and called his dad. That's fucked. All right, you got to get involved. You got to do something. And look, I know everybody keeps saying, well, you'd never know what you would do. I heard a soldier this week. He wrote an op-ed piece, and he's like, look, I thought what combat was going to be, I thought I would lead the light brigade up the hill the second the bullets started whizzing past my head and everything be fine. He goes, the first time we were in a firefight, I jumped in a ditch. And look, I understand that, okay, because that's natural survival instinct, and you don't want to get shot. If you see a kid getting raped, you're not going to get shot. Unless the fact that you've stumbled onto it surprises the guy so much he goes off and he gets in your hair. That's about the best you can do. There are no bullets involved. If you show up and cause him to fucking, literally, if you surprise him enough to where he pulls out and then shoots you that way, that's fine. Find a ditch afterwards. But you fucking stop that. You get involved and you stop it, right? We all stop it. I think, and again, everybody says, well, it's easy to say and all that shit. Dude, you're talking to a guy who's jumped into fights where I didn't know anybody. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't question at all the fact that I would get involved in that instance. I mean, I've hit guys for much less. Honestly, you do it even if you don't do it just for the self-preservation, if you don't do it just because it's the right thing to do, you do it for the fucking glory. You do it for the glory of thwarting that guy and having that kid. You save a kid. You save that kid's fucking life. Well, at least what's left of it or whatever it can be. And that's another thing. They keep talking about these victims, their lives are ruined. It's like, dude, let them speak for themselves, all right? Maybe their lives aren't ruined. Maybe they've gone ahead and put it behind themselves and they've gotten counseling and everything seems to be fine. I'm all over the place on this. I apologize. I don't even know why I fucking brought it up. I was sneaking around in a band room fondling a strange oboe, and now I'm talking about Penn State where the fucking defensive coach has got a kid and he's fondling a strange oboe. I should have fucking not even gone that route. But the thing, that guy Mike McQueary, he claims now supposedly there's an email he sent to his friends because it came out where he told the grand jury, I saw what was going on. I called my dad. My dad told me to get the fuck out of there, and then I called Joe Paterno the next day. That's fucked. All right, you got to get involved and stop it at that point. You got to call the cops. You got to do something of that ilk. Well, now he sent a note to his friends, and he's like, you guys don't know the true story. I absolutely stopped it. I made sure, I didn't physically stop, but I made sure it was stopped before I left. And then I did talk to the police, and I told them what I saw. So you guys don't even know what's going on. He sent that email to friends to tell them. He goes, you know me. I wouldn't do something like that. I had to make split tough decisions. Which, honestly, I think that makes him look worse. If he's trying to say that he went ahead and he stopped the actual rape and then he talked to the police, what the fuck was he doing in the last 8 years when nothing happened? You don't go to the press, you don't go to anybody and you say, hey, I stopped a guy raping a kid, and you bring down the university. Because again, you do that not even just for your own, you do it for your peace of mind. How do you fucking sleep? How do you sleep knowing you saw that, even if you stopped it? Because I mean, again, if he ran away and called his dad or whatever, then you can say he's scared and he talked to Paterno the next day, whatever. But if he really did say he stopped the rape and then talked to the police and then saw inaction for the next 8 years and never spoke up, that to me is a million times worse than just running out of the building. Honestly, because you run out of the building, it's just because you're scared, you know what the fuck you're seeing. But if you actually are cognizant of what was going on and you stopped it and you contacted the authorities and then you saw nothing happen to the guy and you just lived your life and coached and let him continue to come to the fucking university and you knew about that, that's a million times worse than just fucking running out because you were scared, in my opinion. I don't get it. But now today, the fucking police again. This is another thing. We're all leaping to fucking condemn everyone in this, and we don't know. I don't think we even know 1/8 of the story yet. We really don't. Because honestly, when they let Sandusky go in 1999, they told him he wasn't going to succeed Joe Paterno after being there for 30 years. You're telling me they did that on purpose? Why? Just they decided he wasn't going to be the success? No, they did it because they knew something was up. They knew that he had a thing for kids or whatever. And they're going to look, dude, you can retire quietly now. And again, I'm as bad now as everybody else out there. All right? I'm just speculating because that's what we do. When you don't have the facts, all you do is and it's such a horrible story, you try to fill in the blanks so you don't feel so bad. You try to fill in around what you do know with the unknown because the known is so terrible. So I don't know. So today the police came out and said, that's news to us. We never talked to Mike McQuarrie. And so now you realize what he's doing is he's sending this email to his friends so they don't judge him too harshly. And now it's their friend's word against the police's word. And he's going to say, well, who do you believe? I told you, I told them. I mean, it's all this. Lives are ruined. That's the bottom line. It's just so many lives are fucking trashed because of this. It's terrible to watch. I mean, I don't even. Fuck, how did I get here? I was having fun. We were all having a good time, and I was working a Shakespeare play, and then I talked about molestation for a fucking hour and a half. Idiot. That was my own fault. That's where my head went. My head went there because empty school. Fuck, dumb. All right, so anyway, fuck. All right, I'll just tell you this story. All right. When I was a kid, also in high school. I think it was freshman year. Might have been freshman year. Might have been sophomore year. 80 or 81. We went to a Chicago White Sox game. And the White Sox played in a toilet called Comiskey Park. And I'm not even joking. It smelled like beer and urine. Like it was just this old it was a toilet. And it was just a terrible place, but we would go watch Sox games and stuff. And I went with a bunch of guys from school, and I went with my brother Lenny's crew. I went with Lenny and Gar, Norris, Gerber, all these guys. So we go to the game, and it's just typical. I think it was the same game where Gar met Harry Carey. Did I ever tell that story on here? My friend Gar, this guy we went to school with, was like 6'4", 375 pounds. He was a monster. And he was the guy I just talked about. I was in class with Pam and Gar, good, sweet guy, really good guy. And all right, never mind. Sweet guy, really good guy. But when I was dating Karen, I knew Gar because I as we grew up, and then I moved out of my apartment. Karen and I split up. Gar started calling her, trying to go out with her. Sweet guy, good guy. All right, so oh, fuck him. I can't blame him. What the hell? There's pussy on the loose. Go ahead and corral it. So, and then, at that point, I was out of the picture, sort of. I think I still had some shirts in her house, but oh well, they probably would have fit him. I was a big dude. All right, so anyway. So we went to the Sox game, and we're all there. We're in the outfield, fucking center field or right field. Again, a toilet. And we're just so Gar underneath. You could go underneath the stands. There was like a beer garden underneath the actual stands, and on the field of play. At field level, like an outfielder, you could go underneath there and watch the game from there, and you basically see the outfielder's ass. I mean, it was like watching a game sitting on the warning track, but behind a weird cage. It was not a good view, but it was the novelty of being that close to the field, but you couldn't see anything. If a ball was hit in the air, you were fucking lost. So we went down to the beer garden at one point. We're walking around, and Harry Carey was down there. And he was meeting people. He's glad-handing people, shaking hands. He's being friendly. And Harry Carey was a famous announcer. He wound up working for the Cubs, but he worked for the Sox for the longest time with this guy, Jimmy Pearsall. They were crazy, the announcers. And Harry was nuts. He'd fucking drink Bud. He was insane. So he's downstairs. He's actually getting a beer. And everybody's meeting him. He's like, hey, da-da. And Gar comes up behind him. And literally, he's literally like standing behind him because we're so excited. We can't believe fucking Harry Carey's there for us. That he's signing programs, he's getting autographs, and Gar's behind him. And Gar just goes, "Hey Harry, Harry, hey Harry, Harry, hey Harry!" And he's just, we're all, because we're trying to get. That's what everybody's doing. Harry, hey Harry, because he's a party guy. He's like, "Hey fellas, ha ha," and he's shaking hands. He's looking around, and then he's standing there, and he's got his back to Gar, and Harry Carey's like 5'8", and he's an old man, so he's got osteoporosis from beer. He's all fucking bent. So he's just there, and he's shaking hands, and Gar is there, and he's got these huge Coke Coke bottle glasses, Harry Carey, but he doesn't see Gar. Gar's behind him. Harry, hey, Harry. And Harry's just kind of glad-handing, and he turns around, and he's face to chest with Gar. I mean, like, literally, he's a dwarf, and he turns on white-haired dwarf, huge fucking Coke bottle glasses. He sees Gar, and it's just like a movie. Literally, he turns around face to chest, and he reels backwards, and he goes, whoa, you're a big fucking guy. In the Harry Carey voice that I can't do. But it was just, if you knew Harry Carey and you knew, and it's literally, because he'd be like, yeah, the Cubs win, like this crazy booming, and he just, whoa, you're a big fucking guy. It was just fucking amazing. And all of us were like, yes, Harry. It was so fucking great. So that day we're watching the game. We're upstairs, and we go back to our seats, and game's happening, and it's 8th inning, 9th inning, game's ending. Sox in Detroit maybe, I don't know. We went to so many games, I got no fucking clue. But I'm standing on a chair, all right, and the guys are a row in front of me. I'm a row behind them, and it's a real sparsely attended game. It's near the end of the game, and people are leaving. So I'm standing in the chair, and I'm looking out in the field. And a guy he goes walking down the aisle like he's leaving. So he's cutting through, and he's just a fucking sandy blonde hair. He looked like, you guys don't know who the comedian John Fox was, but he looked like John Fox. He just was a nondescript blonde, like shaggy blonde, long, and a big thick mustache, and just in an overcoat. He just looked fucking grim. You know what I mean? And he was alone. And he goes walking down the aisle, and he cuts through, and he stops in front of me, and I'm standing on a chair. So he's on the ground, I'm on a chair, and he's like, his face is around like my stomach level, whatever. I'm just watching the game. I'm not even fucking paying attention. The guy's leaving, and then he walks, and as he walks by me, he stops and he reaches up and he grabs my cock. And I'm 13. Like, I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. And so it's like, I'm telling you all this big talk. When you see something, you go to stop it, and you figure you're going to stop it. Dude, I froze. I fucking froze. I stood there like I didn't know what the fuck to do, and I'm just looking at him, and he's grabbing me through my pants, and he's rubbing. He's not even, it wasn't even like on the move. He's grabbing my cock like through my pants, and I'm just looking at him, and he's looking at me, and it was this weird fucking moment, and then he wasn't even looking at me. He looked away because he saw that I was looking at him. And I didn't know what the fuck to do. And my friends are a foot away. I could have said, guys, and we would have beaten him to death. We would have beaten this fucking guy to death. But I didn't know what the fuck to do. I just stood there, and he looked at me, and he grabbed me. And it took probably, 15 seconds, but it seemed like the entire inning. And I just stood there, and I was frozen, and he's holding me, and then he just walked away. He took his hand away, and he put it in his pocket, and he walked away.
Oh my God.
And I was shaking. I was fucking shaking I was frozen. And I'm like, I couldn't talk. And I saw him, and he disappeared, and I was scared. And when he disappeared, then I went, guys, and like we were watching the game, and my brother turned around, my friends, and they're like, what? And I go, that guy did you see that guy, the blonde guy? And they go, what? I don't. And I go, he was sitting here the whole game. He was here. That guy in the fucking coat. I'm like, yeah. And they go, yeah. What? I go, he just grabbed my dick. And they were like, what? I go, he was leaving, and he stopped, and he grabbed my dick like on the way out. And they go, what do you mean he grabbed your dick? And I go, he grabbed my dick like he was holding it, like, and he just grabbed it. They go, by accident, like he bumped into you on accident. And I go, no, like he put his hand out, like this, like you were holding an orange, like, and he clamped on to my cock, like I didn't say cock, it's my dick. He grabbed me, and my friends are looking at me, and they. Dude, are you kidding me? What did you do? I go, I didn't fucking, you guys were right there. I don't know what to fucking do. And I'm still shaking. I'm like frozen and shaking, and they're just laughing. They just started laughing. They go, dude, you should have fucking hit him, like punched him or something. I'm like, I don't, yeah, probably. I don't know. I was so fucking weirded out. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. They're like, well, let's go get him. Let's go fucking find him. I'm like, well, he's gone. I saw him. He left. And they're like, well, you should have fucking told us, dude. They're laughing. Wait, fuck, unbelievable. What, you got a boyfriend now? They're busting my balls. And I was like, yeah, this is funny. So we drove home, and I was freaked out. I was still freaked out about it. I'm like, that was so fucking weird. But again, like I said, I talk big about, I would have stopped it, or I would have done this, or I would have done that. Fuck that. The one time that it was definitely, I was involved in it. No coach came by, nobody went to fucking help me, and I was frozen. I couldn't move other than fucking shaking, and I couldn't have talked even if I wanted to. My throat was just like I just felt frozen. I didn't know it was so foreign to me. On the way home, my friends are busting my balls about it and just having a good time, and it's all great. And I'm like, well, whatever. It was just something that happened, and what the fuck, and I wish I could have done something about it. I go to school the next day, and I'm at BHS, and I walk in, and a guy walks by me and he goes, "Hey, Schmidt," and he puts his hand out.
Oh no!
And he starts squeezing like if you were squeezing Charmin. He goes, "Schmidt," and he does that, and he just starts laughing, and he walks away. And I went, "Oh, that's probably bad." And I walked in, and all day, my friends, because they were the class of '83, my friends were my brother's friends. They were older, so they told all of their friends in the class of '83. So all these other dudes, and also in the class of '82, Pat Conway come up to me and he says, "Hey, Schmidt," and they would like put their hands on my shoulders and they'd be like squeezing in front of my face, and I became the running joke that day, where everybody made fun of me for getting molested at the baseball park. I'm serious. So I'm just saying. I can't even imagine what these poor kids are going through as they see it on the ripped through the fucking headlines over and over. Because I had to go to school the next day and people were everybody, girls, guys, everyone was going, "Hey, Schmidt," and like squeeze. It's a physical bit, so you can't see it, but literally put your hand out and squeeze like you're all right, like you were squeezing a horn. All right, there you go. I'll put it in there. It was just like if you were squeezing that. I can't even think what a natural motion. You know what? Pretend that you were in a baseball park and you were walking past a kid and you grabbed his cock. Now, do that motion with your hand and you know what everybody was doing to me the next day in school. But yeah, that's what fucking happened. So, I mean, everybody walked by me. And then the weird, all right, so this was sophomore year, all right? And my friends didn't do it, but it was the class of '83 and people like that. And I don't even know if my friends, it got to them, but it was like mainly Lenny's friends and stuff. And then, like eighth period, 8th hour, I told you there was a guy, my nemesis in high school was named Larry Bagwell. He was a big dude in my class, and he wanted to fight me, and I never fought him. And it's my regret to this day that I never fought him. I should have fought him. It was fucking terrible. I actually ducked out of 2 fights with him. It was just fucking, I was a pussy about it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so fucking angry with my life, now. Again, it just goes on the pile of misery that is your past. Things that you should have dealt with and you should have handled. I should have punched the molester at Comiskey Park. I should have punched Larry Bagwell when I had the chance. And this is why I wound up punching a Nissan in the middle of fucking Sunset Boulevard. Or Highland Boulevard, Highland Avenue, whatever. So so Bagwell, actually, he comes up to me, 8th hour, we were in gym class. And he walks up and he goes, "Oh man," he goes, "I heard what happened." And again, this is more than Larry Bagwell's ever spoken to me other than, "Hey, Schmidt." He calls me Schmidt too. Maybe he wants to get me to fucking New Orleans. Maybe that's the thing. He's going to put that on my Facebook. "Hey, Schmidt, how does Larry Bagwell get you to New Orleans?" So he was like, "Hey, Schmidt, I heard what happened." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Man, that's not good." Or no, he didn't say not good. I'm trying to remember, "That sucks." That's what he said. He goes, "That sucks." And I go, and I couldn't believe, finally, because everybody else was making fun of it. They thought it was a joke. And I thought, oh my God, finally somebody sees my side of it. And I was just like, "Yeah, it does suck." And he goes, "Yeah, that's," and he comes up and he goes to put his arm on my shoulder. Like, it was so weird. I had no dealings with Bagwell. I didn't like him. He didn't like me. But he comes up and he goes to put his hands on my shoulder, and he put it on my shoulder and he goes, "Yeah," he goes, "That's just, I'm sorry. I heard them talking about it and I was so sorry to hear it." And then he squeezes my shoulder. And I'm looking at him and he just goes, "Ha ha ha, Schmidt." And he squeezes my shoulder and he walks away. I thought the one guy who was reaching out to me was Larry fucking Jagwell. I'm like, "Oh, finally, Bagwell is going to reach out. This might be it." No, he just wanted to go ahead and physically put his hand on me and actually do the squeeze. I'm surprised he didn't grab my cock, honestly, because, I mean, why not? Because I think word was out that I wasn't going to fucking do anything. So, I mean... So, I mean, when I hear these fucking stories, it's like, it's so easy to say that I would be a champion and I would run up that hill and I would fucking take care of it. It's like, no, dude, sometimes you just fucking freeze. You freeze. And like I said, I was actually in the movie. I wasn't watching the movie from the wings. I was the star of the fucking movie and still couldn't do anything about it. And it was this traumatic event that led to my career in the theater. It was just made me, it made me take stock in myself and say, I got to prove myself on the stage. I may have been silent in the Comiskey Park stands, but I would be silent no longer. And I would express my rage through stage work as Lester Hayes with a garden sprinkler. If I busted out Lester Hayes with a garden sprinkler at Comiskey Park, that never fucking happens. I should have done that. Every time I went to a baseball, I should have just set my territory. I would have gone to my seat and just... People would back off for fucking miles around and have a whole section to myself. Man, that's what I need to do from now on. That would have kept me from being molested. You know what? Kids everywhere. Right now, I'm telling you now, 15 years old in New Orleans or otherwise. Right? Whenever you walk into a building, just go ahead and do a fucking Lester Hayes with a garden sprinkler and everybody will leave you the fuck alone. You will never be molested. Even because you're Lester the molester. People will get that. They will know. Full circle. I didn't even think about that. God damn it. Hey, it's the molestation show. Enjoy yourselves. God damn it. So I would sneak around at auditions. Let's get back to that, folks. Let's take you out of the traumatic experience of Comiskey Park into the warm environs of the auditorium after hours in the school. Fondling a strange oboe. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm really great. Honestly, fuck you writing letters to me telling me, oh, you can't, enough, not everything you say is the best. Yes, I get it. Not everything I say is the best, but the things that I say that are the best are the best. As if anybody's even listening at this point after I got fucking, jerked off by an old man at a baseball stadium. People can click. Yeah, that'll be the end. That's going to be the last time I listen to your show, friend. Is there nothing you won't keep solid, like quiet? Is there no ticky lock? Is there nothing in the vault that you keep to yourself? The vault! My vault has been rifled. So I'm in the Shakespeare, and I keep coming. But I will tell you this, folks. Again, Miss Brian was like, "Hey, dude, you know what?" I shouldn't say dude. Very rarely does an English teacher come up to you and call you dude. Actually, bullshit. Now she calls me dude. She'll say that. All right, whatever. Because again, we're friends. I'm friends with all the people from school. They're like, let's follow this laughingstock's career. So, so she would, after every audition or after every rehearsal, she'd be like, and I'm learning my lines and I was doing well and I'm coming in. I invented a little walk. I had a jaunty walk as Nick Bottom the Weaver, folks, which I'll show you someday. If you ever want to see the jaunty walk, ask me and I'll do it. I won't do it, but literally, it's nothing. It's a jaunty walk you can do on your own. Little arms up in the air, you'll sway in. And I also am very excited about the fact that I just gave you permission to do your own jaunty walk. Folks, it's a jaunty walk you can do on your own. I swear. You know what? Go ahead and take it. Run with it. No, don't run with it. Jaunty walk with it. I insist you take my jaunty walk and jaunty walk with it. So I had a jaunty walk and I had an affected accent. I was like doing the thing and I was at iambic pentameter, which she tried to tone down a little bit to her credit because, again, you're asking high school sophomores to chew up some Shakespeare. I mean, that's fucking rough. But, she wanted to do it, so that's fine. And I will say this, though, when I was Nick Bottom the Weaver, to find out that I was, that there were actual lines and I didn't get to be Lester Hayes with the garden sprinkler, that threw me off a little bit because that was all improv. I get to improv that. As we all know, folks, I enjoy doing what I want. So if I can be Lester Hayes with the garden sprinkler, that's fucking fantastic. But if I have to be Nick Bottom the Weaver, that means there's lines that he has to say. I can't just come on and be me and cut up in the middle of Shakespeare. Everybody else is following lines and I come out with a jaunty walk and I try to make everybody laugh. No, fuck no, dude. There's lines. You got to do that. But that's okay. I buckled down. Because I enjoyed it. I actually found myself enjoying the work. And I made all these, like I said, I started hanging out with him and Kim Knowles. I started to be friends with like theater people. And it was like, the only thing that bothered me was there was a girl, and I honestly don't remember her name, but she was my understudy. Nobody else in the play had an understudy, but there was another girl who would be at every rehearsal, and she was also doing the part of Nick Bottom the Weaver. And I couldn't figure out why at first. Because I was just like, well, why is she? And because we would do the scenes like almost twice where she would walk in with me. And by the way, her jaunty walk, nowhere near my jaunty walk. But she was doing the character as well. And she had, because we had the big donkey head and had to fit both of us, which is crazy because she was a small, tiny little like freshman girl. And I was a 5th year senior with a head bigger than the fucking auditorium itself. Literally and figuratively. So we had the donkey had to fit both of us, and she had to have like a special like helmet in hers, like they made 2. Well, at first they didn't. They had one, but then they had to put a helmet in. And fuck, who cares? You don't care. So But she was there because I'm a fuck up. That's why she was there. I didn't realize it. Like I said, for the first week or so, I was just like, oh, she's here. But then when she started to actually do the scenes next to me and actually say the lines after I would say them, I realized that she was learning the part, at the same time I was, just in case. And it pissed me off. I'm not going to lie to you, because I had already made a commitment. I said, look, I'm fine. I will do this. I wanted to do the play. I'd come to every rehearsal at this point. Wasn't that enough? I was coming to the rehearsals. Fuck, I developed a jaunty walk. You can see that I'm into this, right? Holy shit. But you know what? I guess now, certainly now, I get it. Then I was pissed, because I was fucking, 16 and fucking an idiot. So I, of course, then skipped a rehearsal. I didn't go, and I saw Miss Brininger the next day in the hallway, and she's like, "What happened last night?" I'm like, "Oh, well, you've got, we'll say Amy. You've got Amy there, so I'm sure that she was able to run it. I did the lines my own at home. Like that petulant acting out that a fucking child does, I did it." And Ms. Brininger looked at me and she goes, "Look," she goes, I don't. Literally, she might as well have just said, "Don't be you. Stop being you. You need to stop being you and be the other guy." But because she looked right at it, she just goes, "Don't do this. Don't." She goes, because, you promised me that you were going to do this and it was going to work. And I said, I know, I want to do it. But I mean, why do you need it? She goes, well, because you might miss rehearsal like you did yesterday. That's why. She goes, it's just there. She's an understudy. It's for a play. Just like you see that, this other person is learning Kim's lines in case Kim can't come, and this other person is learning Riz's lines. I'm like, yeah, but they're not on the stage walking out and doing the blocking. Like, she's with us every step of the way. It's almost like she was like, she was Woodstock. I was Snoopy and she was Woodstock. All right. She was literally on my shoulder all the time. And by the way, her lines very much like, that's how she talked, like just like Woodstock. So there was no way she was going to replace me and my Snoopy jaunty walk. But I was acting out a little bit. And so she told me, she goes, look, it's you. I wanted you to be in it. I told you that, but I still need to make sure that it's going to work. And I'm like, all right, okay. So I would go to rehearsal and that was great. So I should tell you this, I promised her that I would come to every rehearsal and I would definitely, I would make it work for the play. But I also didn't think that meant that I had to change anything else about my routine. So when I would go to school in the daytime, before rehearsal, I was still ditching class. I was still going to 4 fucking gym classes and going to 2 gym lunch periods, and and still getting referrals and getting called up. And then I got internal suspension. Internal is where you have to sit in one room all day. And when you go to internal suspension, you are supposed to be banned from all extracurricular activities. Like if you had internal, you weren't even supposed to go to a football game on the weekend. If you had internal on a Friday, you couldn't go to Saturday's football game. That was the way they structured it. And I thought was horseshit, but actually it was true, because I came to a football game one time sophomore year. I came to a football game when I was on internal suspension. I actually came to the game on Saturday, and I was there, and first of all, a guy walked by me and grabbed my cock, which is the weirdest thing to happen to me. Sophomore year was not a good year for me. Sophomore, I should have developed that, any sort of way to keep, but sure enough, anytime I was in a crowded bleachers, I got grabbed. But then that Monday, they wound up giving me like 5 more days of internal suspension because I had come to school grounds when I was suspended. That's how they looked at it. So I got internal suspension, and then I still was going to the play auditions, or the rehearsals, I should say. And but I knew at this point I wasn't supposed to be. So what I would do is I would sneak in, like I said, through the back way into the auditorium, and I would go in through the back so nobody saw me go in there. And I told Miss Brininger, I go, look, I'm on internal and I'm not supposed to be here. And she was like, Mike. And I'm like, look, it's okay. And she's like, I can't do this. You can't get internal. I told you you had to promise that you were going to shape up and do this. And I go, well, I'm coming to rehearsal. She goes, it doesn't matter. Everything has to fall into place. You think they'll let you do the play if you can't do this? And I was like, all right, this will be the last time I get internal suspension. And it was. I was like, damn it, that's not going to happen. So I served my internal suspension. I still went to rehearsals, on the sly, and I did not get internal suspension because there was like 3 weeks of auditions, or no, 2 rehearsals. Fuck, quit calling it that. 3 weeks, I think, of rehearsals to get the play ready. And then we had the schedule for the play. And the week of the play, I was all excited. And again, like I said, I did not get any internal suspensions. Of course, that didn't mean that I kept, I went to class. I certainly didn't go to class. I told you I was ditching creative writing. I kept going to lunch. So I did not get internal suspension. I got external suspension. I got suspended for 5 days, kicked out of school. And I'll tell you this, when you're externally suspended, it's very difficult to get back to the school at 3:15 to go to play rehearsal. Because then, it's easy to sneak in from the internal, but from the external, not as good. What am I going to do? Take a bus? I'm going to have like a cab bring me to the fucking school? I didn't have a car. And even if I did, they would have fucking busted me completely. So I got externally suspended, and I went to Ms. Brinegar and I said, hey, I got external, but I will be, it ends on Thursday and the play's Friday, so I'll be fine. And she just went, you're out. And I said, what do you mean I'm out? She goes, you're out. You're going to miss the last week of rehearsal? I said, well, I mean, is there a way I can see you before school and run the lines? I mean, I know the lines. I know I'm cold. And she goes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She goes, even worse than that, you promised me. You promised me. And now do you know why I had Amy running everything? Because now Amy is Nick Bottom. And it hurt like so bad. It was my own fault. All right, it was my own fucking fault, and I knew it, but it didn't matter at that point because I was like, I did whatever the fuck I wanted. I didn't have any supervision at home, and I didn't have any fucking real supervision in school, and everybody kind of let me do whatever I wanted and just gave me punishments. And it's so funny to harken back and go, if only they would have put me on the straight and narrow. No, fuck you. You had to straighten your own head out. If I would have fucking done that, because I'm still doing it to this day. That's why I'm a goddamn security guard at 44 fucking years old, because I can't fucking do the right thing. But back then, that was one of the first real things that was ever taken away from me because of my behavior. And I was so fucking bummed. I was so bummed. And the suspension ended on Friday, which meant I could go to the play. And I was friends with Riz and I was friends with Kim. And so I wanted to go, but I didn't want to go because I didn't want to be in the room. But I said, fuck it, I'm going. So I actually went to the play. And I sat in the back and watched it. And it was great. I mean, it was, everybody was great. And Amy was great. She was no Lester Hayes the garden sprinkler, let me tell you that. But the show was really something to see. And then to see it, because I had seen it take shape. And then I almost took pride and ownership because I had seen it from the beginning and seen it come together. Certainly I missed the last week of rehearsals because I was fucking around. But to see it all come together on stage was fantastic. But the longing, the feeling of hurt, that was the first real feeling of hurt I'd ever had from my own consequence. You know what I mean? Like where I'd done something that made myself, that punished me. You know what I mean? All the other time, because I never saw anything as punishing me. I just saw me as living my life. But that was the first time I ever caused something to be taken away from me that I really, really wanted. And it's so funny. I think what hurt more than not being in the play, like, sitting there and, of course not getting the glory of being in it and having people see how great you were or whatever. It was the detachment that I had from the people that I had been involved with. Because I had to sit there and watch them accomplish something that we had all worked on and that they took seriously enough and cared enough about to make good. Whereas I was just in it for a fucking lark and proved it with my actions and wound up out in the fucking crowd when I should have been on stage. And afterwards, I actually went backstage. Everybody was being very nice and they're getting glad-handed and everybody was cordial to me. And I hated that. I hated that more than you know why? Because I mean, you know me, I got a fucking hole to fill. I want kudos. I want love. I want everybody to come up to me and tell me how great I am. And what I wanted was all of them to go, oh, it would have been so much better if you would have been up there with us. But no, that's not true. It wasn't true because they had gotten exactly what they wanted out of it. They put on a very good show and had seen the culmination and of their work come to fruition. They saw everything that they had worked on come to pass. And they didn't need me fucking things up. They didn't need me hanging around. And I even though I desperately wanted it, so I went in the back and they were very nice to me. But then they moved on and they moved on to the other people. They got their flowers and they got their congratulations and they all celebrated together and had their cake and then they went out together to their big thing. And I sat there fucking frozen because nobody would acknowledge me. Nobody would tell me that I was great. Nobody would tell me that I was the missing link and I would have made it so much better. And that's what I wanted. Jesus, fuck, did I want that? I got everybody shaking my hand. I wanted everybody to be like, to tell me, oh my God, it would have been so great if you would have been in the show. And instead, I basically got, alas, poor Schmitty, we knew him well. You guys can get me at MikeandMikeSchmidtComedy.com. You guys can find me at facebook.com/the40year-old-boy. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/the40year-old-boy. You can follow our friend Lily Von Stupp. She's the producer of this show at twitter.com/MNTs or twitter.com/Lily Von Stupp. And if you want to write her a personal note and you want to find out exactly what she's wearing every time I think about her, you can ask her at Lily at burlesque411.com. That's Lily, Lili, at burlesque411.com.
Hey, all you fans of the 40-year-old boy. Mike's got new stuff to sell you. Stuff he hopes you'll enjoy. Just what's for sale, of course we do not know. All we can tell you
is where you should go.
Zazzle.com, 40-year-old boy. Zazzle.com, 40-year-old boy. Zazzle.com, 40-year-old boy. Zazzle.com.
Is your business you?
What kind of stuff's for sale? We already told you we don't know. 'Cause Mike made us record this song way back in February, so we can only speculate just what Mike will try to sell you. Maybe his face on a tambourine, or his own line of gardening equipment. Zazzle.com, 40-year-old boy. Zazzle.com, 40-year-old boy. Zazzle.com, 40-year-old boy. Zazzle.com.
Maybe his own line of high chairs.
Zazzle.com.
His face on your personal massager.
Want to remind you folks about the Monday Night Teas every Monday night at the 3 clubs on Santa Monica and Vine. 10 o'clock p.m. is when that show is. If you're lucky, Layla will have a sugar rush from her cotton candy cupcakes that she has hidden in the fridge right here. That she's they're not hidden? You said you had one and you were hiding it from yourself to have dessert later.
No, I forgot I had it.
Oh, you forgot you had it. Okay. Who forgets cupcakes? Holy God, nobody. Who has ever had a cupcake and then forgotten it? No, don't raise your hand. I think that's a lie. Because nobody forgot. As a fat guy, I can't. That's inconceivable, as Wallace Shawn would say. I can't imagine forgetting any sort of pastry or dessert in your house. That's crazy. As it is now, there are still orange supplies in my house, and I told Karen, I got to get those out of here. Like now, she's like, well, I'm going to bring them to my niece Thanksgiving, and I'm like, fuck, not if I get to them, because I'm just me, I'm a fucking Wolverine. I'll eat anything in the house. Terrible. Well, I'm serious because I'm trying to, I've dropped 42 or whatever so far, but it still doesn't mean that I don't want to fucking power through a pound of candy. You know what I mean? If it's sitting there. That's why I'm an alcoholic. You can't have booze in the house. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm in that phase right now where I whatever the fuck. Who cares? How did I get into this?
My cupcake.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. By the way, it's gone. I ate it. What if I did? What if I ate it while you were on Facebook? No, fuck. You can pull it out. Yeah, cotton candy cupcake, disgusting. Oh, you went to Crumbs?
Yeah.
I'm not
They're right here.
Sprinkles dominates Crumbs.
They're close. They're within walking distance.
But Crumbs is okay. I've been to Crumbs. Yeah, it's not bad. We went to
great cotton candy cupcakes.
Gross. I don't like. I love cupcakes. Hate cotton candy. Just don't get it. It's too. You know why? Because I like the smell of it, like the smell of cotton candy, but it's too sticky and weird. Like when you eat it, it just gets your fingers and your face all sticky, and it's like all of a sudden you're 2 years old. You can't eat cotton candy without being 2 years old. A child can eat it. That's fine. Or a chimp. That's dessert for a child or a chimp.
So am I a child or a chimp?
Well, you like cotton candy cupcakes. If you had actual cotton candy, then
I eat actual cotton. I go to the circus and I will eat 5 bags of cotton candy.
Flip a coin. On one side, there's a baby rattle. On the other side, there's a red butt. So pick which one you want to be. Child or a chimp. All right, that's our friend Lily Von Stupp. She produces a show called The Monday Night Teas. Hey, Lily.
Hey, what?
How was this week's show?
It was spectacular.
Yes. Were there any celebrities in the audience?
There was.
What? Who?
Yes, I was quite surprised. Jim Belushi.
Jim
showed up.
Belushi came out to the show.
It was very nice.
I have a story about Jim Belushi I'll tell someday.
Really?
Yes. It's not a mean or sad story, and it's actually not a story. It's an anecdote. I should just tell it now. No, I won't.
should.
No, I won't. It's stupid. So he was there. He came out of the show. He was friends with one of the performers. Yes.
Yes.
Terrific. And you said Standing Room, a great show.
Yes, it was awesome.
Coming up this week is a theme show.
Oh my God.
Yes.
time to play the music.
What?
It's time to light the light.
Yes.
It's the Muppet of Burlesque show.
Tonight.
Yay!
Oh, I do a little Kermit arms there.
Always you have to, even when I write it out, I'm like, arms flailing. I'm retarded.
That's the
21st.
November 21st, Monday. And there can't be tickets available still.
Almost sold out. There's still a few tickets left.
Folks, if you want to go to the show, you can go to brownpapertickets.com and look for Monday Night Teas and get tickets to the Muppet of Burlesque show. And there's another big theme show coming up in a few weeks, too. You can get there's tickets on there for a bunch of shows, but if you want the Muppet Show, there's very few of them left. Will there be tickets available at the door if there's?
I don't know.
Yeah, if it's sold out, it's sold out. But right now, so what you know what? Go to Brown Paper Tickets, pick up your tickets now. And Lily, will you be performing?
I will be in a couple bit pieces.
I see.
As
So Janice is
Janice is part of the Electric Mayhem.
she's in the band, right? With the long blonde hair.
Yes.
Wow, how are you, Janice? No offense. I mean, a wig can transform your head, but I don't remember Janice exactly having anything in the rack department.
I'm Janice with boobs.
How many of the Muppets did have anything in the rack department? Now that I think about it, Miss Piggy really is the only one, and Rolf, the piano player, he had huge tits. All right, so you're going. Oh, Fozzie did too.
He had boobs.
He did. You know why? Because that when you would push his boobs, that was why we'd go.
Do you want to know what the best part of the show is?
I do.
Bert and Ernie are being played by lesbians.
Why are Bert and Ernie in a Muppet show?
Because Sesame Street is part of the Muppets, and because Bert and Ernie guest starred in the first season of the Muppet Show.
I'm going to need a ruling on that from people. I don't.
I'm ruling on it because I think that's awesome. But isn't it great the gay couple are being played by lesbians?
That's good. Although I don't know if I want to see a unibrowed lesbian. That's not going to be fun.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yikes. So that's November 21st, Monday night, 10 o'clock. Tickets are on sale now at Brown Paper Tickets for the Muppet Show of Burlesque at the Monday Night Teas, with other theme shows coming up that I will tell you about in the future. Remember, you can go to facebook.com/the40year-old-boy. And can they become Monday Night Teas members there on Facebook?
There's a group.
There's a group for Monday Night
Search
Teas.
for Monday Night Teas, and it'll come up.
That's perfect. And then while you're there, you can try to send a friend a request over to Lily Von Stupp that you will ignore in 4 months. And
I am down to 270 requests.
really,
I look at every person.
I know you do. That's why I'm saying they will. If you do send a request, be prepared to be ignored for 4 months.
It says I'm a fan of the 40-year-old boy, and I'll immediately.
Oh, you get right in.
Yeah.
Look at that, folks. That's
Send me a note with your request.
it's like a speakeasy. So, which is completely true for Lily because she speaks and she's easy. Ouch. So go ahead and send her a little note that says you're a 40-year-old boy fan, and you can immediately be a member and be a friend of her at twitter.com or no at 40-year-old boy.
No.
At facebook.com/Lily Von Stupp. If you want to find me at facebook.com/the40year-old boy, again, there's all sorts of pages to bring me to your town. There's Bring Mike Schmidt to Toronto, although I'm guessing that it will be gone by the end of today. They may take that down in protest of what I said about Canada earlier. There's a Bring Mike Schmidt to Detroit. Bring Mike Schmidt to Tahoe, of course, still exists. Kansas City exists. And then there are the cities that are out there for the Kickstarter tour. As we've mentioned, there is a page on Kickstarter where I'm trying to raise money to come to Boston, Cleveland, Atlanta, and Washington, D.C. We're close, folks. We're about 18 days left, and we are at about $4,500. So we only need 1,500 more to get me to go ahead and start booking those shows. I am very confident it's going to work. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited. We've got 78 people backing it. I started to talk to Mex today about the artwork, and I started to figure out what I got to start pulling the CDs for people. There's all sorts of stuff. I got to give you people rewards because now it looks like it's going to happen. So the rewards are going to be real, which means I have to start figuring out how I'm going to mail everybody all of these CDs and start drawing them the mystery CDs. Because people, again, are writing me. They're like, hey, dude, I like metal. Can you get me a metal CD? Nope. Enjoy your Benny Goodman CD. That is lurking somehow. That I got some. Believe me, I got a bunch of shit CDs. So you're going to get a mystery one. You could get a great one. Again, you may get a really great one, but you may just wind up with a terrible one. That's the luck of the draw. So go to tinyurl.com/kickmike. If you want to donate to the Kickstarter page to bring me to Boston, Cleveland, Washington, D.C., and Atlanta. And I'm looking at other cities, too. Someone asked me about San Francisco again. I've got to call in. I'm trying to figure that out. I got to talk to Bucky and see. There's a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, there's other cities coming up. And who else? Someone just mentioned a New Orleans page. Did I mention that to you folks? I don't know if she's going to be able to get out of school to start the page or not, but who knows? I would love a New Orleans page. Fuck, I'd love to go down there. Although I'd like to keep my teeth. Thank you. How do I even remember stuff that I said in this show? I have no clue. How do I even pull that? Go to facebook.com/the40year-old boy. There's all those cities like I mentioned. And there are tickets on sale right now, folks, for Mike Schmidt in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm coming to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, November 25th. That's not this coming Friday, but it's 8 days from when you'll hear this. So it's next Friday, November 25th. That's Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, at the Carte Blanche Studios. I will tell you the tickets are selling fast, courtesy of people that I know. Someone I went to school with just bought a ton of tickets. And then, of course, our friend Jill bought a ton of tickets. So I can tell you it's filling up. So these tickets are going quickly. There's not many available. The show room, I just found out capacity and we're close. So I without giving you numbers and all that, if you want to buy tickets, now is the time. Because last week in Chicago, I did have friends who actually missed out on the show because they didn't get tickets in time. So if you're coming, make sure you pick up some tickets. I'd appreciate it. And I would love to see you there. And there will be Milwaukee shirts. But not many, because I didn't get into this last week. I brought shirts to Chicago and I was all excited, and that did not go very well. So I have a bunch of, I actually have Chicago shirts left if people are interested in that. Hell, I've got Minneapolis and Denver shirts left. If anybody's interested in those, I will put those up on Facebook. The thing is, I hate asking you people if you guys want these shirts because I'm trying to get Kickstarter funded. I just seem to constantly have my fucking hand in your pocket, and I don't mean to be that guy. I want to be your internet chum, not your internet touch. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that guy who keeps going, hey man, hey, I can use a couple of bucks here. Fuck that. All that said, though, if you'd like to donate to the show, by the way, if you, because you know what, some people donated $25, just donated this week, and then I wrote them and I said, do you want a shirt, Minneapolis or Chicago, and then they politely declined, which I understand because they're adults and they don't want to walk around with my face on their chest. But if you do and you donate to the show, let me know. You can go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com. So anyway, tickets are on sale for Milwaukee. Carte Blanche Studios. They're available, brown paper tickets, and they're going fast. So if you want to grab them, grab them. Also, like I said, if you go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com on the Joe Business page, there's the tweakedaudio.com/40 link where you can go there and buy cock ring watches and autoerotic asphyxiation earbuds. There's also the link to Zazzle for mugs and mouse pads. And then there's the link to buy the year 1, year 2, and year 3 download sets, or them all together as the Lord of the Schmidt set. And if you want to just donate to the show, again, in the upper left-hand corner, there's a little Schmitty with his pocket out. Go ahead and do just that. You can donate to the show like these people did. People like Hannah Frostman. That's our good friend Hannah Frostman. She's actually coming to the Milwaukee show. And she has an interest in burlesque. She's contacted you about that. Yes, that's good. So Hannah Frostman, thank you so much for donating to the show. We appreciate it. Anthony Dunker from Switzerland.
Wow.
That's right. Money from Switzerland from Anthony Dunker. He did not say to use his full name. Ooh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, well, Anthony Dunker. How many Dunkers are there in Switzerland? This was his third donation. So Anthony Dunker, thank you so very much. Steve from Manhattan. Steve in Manhattan, who donated to the show. We appreciate that. That's his third donation. And also, Jan Crook. And he asked me, here's a few things about Jan Crook. He asked me to use his full name on the show. And I will tell you that his donation has 3 6s in it. In some order together. I don't even want to give it away, but Jan Cook donated that much and asked me to use his full name on the show. I don't know. He could be like Candyman. Like literally, if I say Jan Cook 3 times because there's 666 in there, we could get stabbed by someone named, maybe Jan Wenner will show up from Rolling Stone and write a story about us. I don't know. So Jan Cook, Anthony Dunker, Hannah Frostman, and Steve in Manhattan. Thank you guys so much for donating to the show. And again, remember, you guys can do that at MikeSchmidtComedy.com. And also, I got to say this. I missed this last week. I was supposed to, I was asked, there was someone who kind of donated and sponsored and bought some. They bought a t-shirt. My friend Aaron in New York bought a t-shirt for our friend David Abrams for his birthday last week. And she was like, could you mention it? I mean, I know it's because David and Aaron are the people who brought me to Ma Pesh in New York. Aww. Yeah, when I was out there in New York, they were the ones who took me to dinner. So Aaron was like, hey, she wanted to get a t-shirt for New York and she forgot. So she said, can I get one for Chicago for David? And it's his birthday. And if you could mention that, it'd be great. His birthday was last week and I fucked up and I missed saying it. So, hey, happy birthday, David. Because he sponsored, she gave money to sponsor and say it was his thing. And so I feel dumb. So happy birthday. And it's like, he cares. Again, remember, he's like the Attorney General of New York. Why the fuck should he care? Although actually he could actually bring me up on charges. Hold on a second. That could be, he might've started an investigation into me and my fucking crossing state lines to meet a 15-year-old girl. That's not good at all. Hold on a second. But David, if you want a case, go ahead and find the guy in the trench coat from Comiskey Park. I've been looking for him for fucking 25 years. Go ahead and bring him down for me. So happy birthday, David Abrams, and I hope you like your shirt. And Aaron, thank you so much for donating and sponsoring that segment. I appreciate it. And I'm a week fucking late. So there you go. Like I've mentioned, the Kickstarter page again, tinyurl.com/kickmike. Also, there's Reddit. There's the Reddit page with Mike Schmidt, 40-year-old boy, and I will get to it. I swear I will. I keep saying I will, and I will. I don't do shit well from my phone. Like I have to be sitting in front of my desk to do computer stuff. I got to get over that. That's old people thinking. I got to be accessible. I got to be I'm in the cloud. I should be in the cloud. That's what I should be. God damn it. I should, like, fuck Surrey. You should have Schmitty. They should have Schmitty questions on the iPhone. I should be in the goddamn cloud. That's what I need to do. Holy shit. Call Steve Jobs. You know what? I'd have to call him in the cloud. Because I'm certainly not going to get him down here. I'll have to dial him up in the cloud. Remember that there is a real-time listening party and chat. I don't know, listening party, that seems strong, but there's real-time listening of the show and a live chat going on at the same time at Mikepedia.com. That's Mike-A-Pedia.com every Thursday night at 7 o'clock p.m., 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Pacific. Go ahead and meet like-minded people and you know, maybe we find a date. Let's do that. Let's get our first 40-year-old boy baby. Let's have that. Let's have some people get together and then they get married and then I have to come and officiate it. I have to become like a minister or something. That's what'll happen in that chat room. Because I've been there and I know, actually, no, Hannah's in that chat room. Hannah Frostman, who donated to the show. You know, maybe Hannah will get lucky and meet some a young fella in there. Or a young lady, whoever she wants to marry. I don't fucking know. I never know. I don't want to pigeonhole anybody. Like, you know, maybe all those 11 people should just have like a group marriage. They should get married and I'll marry them. I will go ahead and officiate as I will get, I'm sure there's somewhere in Guam that'll make me a priest, right? Won't they do that? Huh?
Just get the matchbook thing, the Church of the Matchbook, those people.
Yeah, fuck that. All I gotta do is call these people and go, hey, I got molested when I was 15. They'll do anything. You're a priest. Done. You're in. I've got the fucking track record. They're just happy to hear about a priest who, a guy who had been molested, not one who's doing the molesting. I have no interest in molesting anybody, but I was molested. Done. You're halfway there. Here's the white collar. Do it. So I'll officiate at the big wedding of everybody in the chat room at Mikepedia.com. So make sure you visit that on a Thursday, folks, and bring gifts. Bring gifts. It's not good to come empty-handed to a reception. That's another story I'll tell another time. So go ahead and do all that stuff. And I should tell you this. Fuck, I work. Unfortunately, folks, I still have a gig at Graveyardville, and I haven't talked about it very often because, who wants to hear about that? Well, I have to tell you about this. Last night, I walk outside. Well, I told you about the guy who threw the milkshake a few weeks ago. Whatever. I should just stay in the building. This is the lesson I've learned from the last few weeks. Yesterday, because I hate just sitting there because it's fucking freezing. All right, there's a space heater that I put right at face level, and I melt the shit out of my fucking face. I don't care. I actually melted a tooth. That's how hot this fucking thing was. Because I just need it blazing hot because it's so. I have the doors open. I'm basically outside sitting in 40-degree weather. So I got fucking sweatshirts on and a jacket and a shawl, and I crank up the heater, and then I heard noises like outside, like like a car hit its brakes really hard, and I'm like, fuck, what's that? Anything to get out of the office. So I go and I lock the door and I walk outside, and as I'm sitting there, I see a raccoon, like in the middle of the street, and he's just up on his like raccoon like legs, like looking around. It was weird. Like I didn't think they stood up on their hind legs, but he did, and he's kind of like up, and he's got his head on a swivel, and then he drops down and he starts booking. Just fucking running, this raccoon. And I'm like, and he's not running at me, thank God. You know what I mean? He didn't notice me. I have a track record, folks. I know I've been attacked by many animals, but he starts running through the street, like running across. And then he hits the grass, like kind of in front of me. And all of a sudden I realize, I know why he's running, because out of the corner of my eye, I look, fucking coyote. Big, and I didn't have my phone. How do I not have my phone to take the goddamn picture? Because I was like, I can't. There was no way I could get in to grab it because it was like literally there's brakes, and I go outside. I see the raccoon. He looks around and he books, and then a fucking coyote comes loping out of the picture because I wasn't seeing the whole street. I was recessed within the doorway, so it just looked like out of the corner of my eye there was just a raccoon, and then there was a coyote, and in my head I didn't see anything else. So I just thought I was in the set of Jumanji. I'm like, all right. So now it's going to be a zebra, and then a gazelle, and then a fucking lion, and then Lester Hayes with a garden sprinkler, and any fucking... the whole thing is, I don't want to see what's at the end of it. I don't want to know what is chasing the raccoon and the coyote and everybody else as they fucking... I am just stupid enough to think that when people listen to me and they listen to the show, they should take my honesty and go, oh, wow, how refreshing his unvarnished honesty is. And the fact that he's willing to have a scorched earth policy and have no friends or no fucking future is so refreshing and great. But then they'll say to me, hey, do you need somebody raped for the steak? I go, yes, I do. Done. They'll take care of it for me. Thanks, Snake Rape. Oh, no one listens to show, bro? Wonder why? Wonder why no one listens to show, bro? I don't want to listen to show, bro. Please. Snake Rape, do it, do it, do it, do it.